At what point should I say that? Stop saying Happy New Year.
I don't know.
I think it's okay for the first week of January, surely. Anyway, lovely to have your company. My name is Elena. I'm going to be with you for the next 5 hours. We've got loads crammed into this morning's show, including this lovely, gorgeous lady. If you want to be inspired in all things jewellery, then look no further than the one, the only, Jan. How are you, my darling?
Yeah, I'm good, El.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're surrounded.
I'm surrounded
Everything
today.
on your desk, I mean, you are literally surrounded by stunning pieces of jewellery.
It's just amazing. The kits today are amazing.
They are fabulous, yeah. The kits you'll really, really enjoy. Going well under £30. You've got gorgeous metallics coming your way, contemporary metallics. We've also got your DVD coming up, which is really exciting. So if you weren't able to sort of tune in on Christmas Day, not to worry, we've got Jan's channel setting DVD as well. Loads of start buy opportunities. Lots of opportunities for new jewellery makers as well. So if you're thinking you've stumbled across us and maybe want to start in this beautiful venture, and it is a venture, then certainly opportunities for you. It does become an addiction, it does, but it's a healthy addiction. It is a healthy addiction. Send us a text if you've got any help or any questions for the lovely Jan. You're a wealth of knowledge.
Well, we try. We try, we do our best. If we can't answer it, we'll find someone who can.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. 60777 is the number to text to, and start your text with JM Studio. Shall we get started with brand new, premiere, never ever been seen before, extremely exclusive, and I'm not just talking about the fact that this is a new product, I'm talking about some of the gemstones that are included in this. Now, we have got oval cut faceted collection. There's a trio within this beautiful, beautiful box. Now, I want us for 1 second to kind of take our jewellery making hats off. I don't want us to be solely thinking about maybe how we'd use these beautiful gemstones. I want us to think about the collectibility of these gemstones. Now, it includes stunning garnet, exquisite smoky quartz, but if I may, my favourite topic of conversation at this present moment in time will certainly be about Serenite. Now, I was absolutely honoured, and it was an honour. I don't mean that to sound an exaggeration. I was honoured to be asked to launch this gemstone on our USA channel before two gentlemen who had flown over from the state of Oregon, who were responsible for actually this was when I was working for Gemporia, obviously, who were responsible for discovering this gemstone. They were a gentleman called Chuck and Troy, and yeah, it was a nerve-wracking experience, but two very humble guys who have just spent years of dedication into discovering this gemstone. Now, I'm going to show you the collection, and then we're going to delve a bit deeper. But you can see, firstly, your rhodolite garnet is here on my left-hand side, and then you've also got your rose quartz on the right-hand side, and there is that Serenite taking centre stage. Sorry, smoky quartz. What am I talking about? And right in the centre there is your beautiful, beautiful Serenite. This is a natural gemstone, and did have gemologists scratching their heads what type of gem it would be. Is it a kind of diamond? Is it a type of feldspar? And there were conflicting reports that came back from different laboratories across the USA. Well, it was discovered, because it is copper bearing, similarly to your Paraiba tourmaline, to be a type of feldspar, but those copper platelets are virtually invisible to the naked eye and bring you that amazing sparkle. If you've ever admired a champagne diamond or admired a Zarite, this will bring you almost identical characteristics. It glows, it holds on to light, and it's totally natural. Currently, just one location in the world, Serenite is being mined and discovered, and it doesn't get a whole lot more exclusive than to us here at JewelleryMaker, obviously with our connections, as you know, to the Bennett family. They're all 9x7mm already, lots of you there, brand new, never been on your screens before. Can I just say that knowing full well what Martha is capable of, especially in an introductory launch, and I mean that in a good way, it doesn't sound quite right, but what we're able to do with some of the most exclusive gemstones on this entire planet, I would certainly be investing just for that one gemstone, but the reality is I would invest for either of the others as well. A rich, intense, passionate red that you actually get from your rhodolite garnet. Wonderful, creamy espresso tones that you get from your smoky quartz. It's all about, it's just a delicious collection. And yes, those lids are very secure. As you can see, you've just seen me struggling to try and get them off. I want to take them off though, so you can actually see the brilliance, you can see the quality of the cutting, and you can actually see the internal clarity. So, Serenite, we named it, or as I said, Gemporia named it last year, and it was named after Seren, actually translates in Welsh to star, obviously because it has got that star-like impression, it sparkles beyond all imagination. Also, at that present moment in time, the Lanakia was discovered, which is, without getting too scientific, basically means that we are part of millions of galaxies, not just the one. And if you ever saw a picture of the Lanakia, all of those copper platelets that are contained within Serenite brings you a very similar, I guess, impression of the Lanakia itself. It'll absolutely blow your mind. If you've never seen it previously before, it dazzles. 1.6 carats in your Serenite, and it is a 9x7 millimeter. In your smoky quartz, you've got 1.5 carats, and in your garnet, just over 2. And that, if you're wondering, well, hang on a minute, they're all the same sizes. How are they different carat weights? It's all down to the density of the gemstones, basically. The sizes, they are all 9x7. Now, if you're thinking, and I did try and say, you just take your JewelleryMaker hats off for one moment and try and think about collectability for a second. If you don't know what you can do with these, well, we do prong setting classes. You can easily take it to a reputable jeweler and actually design a piece around. That's how I used to source my pieces of jewellery. Back in the day, way before JewelleryMaker times, way before what is Gemporia now, I couldn't afford to buy finished pieces of jewellery. And I used to have a friend who would travel around the world, worked on oil rigs, and he used to buy me gemstones. I'd tell him what I was looking for. He'd buy me gemstones, and then I'd actually design the pieces around it. That's the only way I could actually physically find it affordable to purchase gemstones of this quality and caliber. Good luck, because already tons and tons and tons of you there. It's a brand new opportunity. If you're thinking, hang on a second, Elle, you just said about that workshop. What did you say about that workshop? Alison Tarry does a prong setting workshop. It is coming up when? On the 22nd of January. You can book online via JewelleryMaker.com, or you can speak to our contact centre as well, and they can teach you how to actually set your own gemstones. So obviously bring these along. Alison is a fantastic, fantastic teacher. I mean, have you ever seen Serenite before, Jan?
I've been lucky enough to be on the show a couple of times when it's been on, and it's just so beautiful.
It's mesmerising,
it is mesmerising, and that sort of that champagne-y, beautiful colour that it's got is just gorgeous.
I always liken it to a champagne diamond and to a Zarite, and whenever I talk about Zarite, one of the world's rarest gemstones, there's always one word which comes out of my mouth: exquisite. It's a really exquisite and classy gemstone, and this is a very, very classy gemstone also. Brand new introductory opportunity, premiere price, less than £5 each. I would invest that for any of those 3 solitaires. Absolutely exceptional. Again, it's a great way of collecting and extending your collection without actually paying for maybe your precious metals and your golds, and even giving you the freedom, you know, to design your own pieces. You're creative. If you wouldn't be tuned into JewelleryMaker right now, so imagine what you could design. So easy to get involved. Those of you that are new to JewelleryMaker, it's a free phone telephone number, 0800 644 655. Press your option 1 to speak to our incredible contact centre, or alternatively you can purchase with us online as well. 1 postage and packaging for that the entirety of the day, and it is totally risk-free shopping. It does come with a money-back guarantee, no questions asked, and of course you can get a certificate of authenticity. Now this is our cut collection, so we do rarely see these opportunities. You can see the standard of faceting, you can see the standard and size of those gemstones also. I'm really excited to be able to bring you these opportunities, because I know very few people own Serenite, and I'm not just talking about our Jewellery Maker family, I'm talking globally. Currently we can offer it to you affordably. There's nothing to say that that's always going to be the case, given the fact that, of course, it used to be marketed by Tiffany's & Co, and I doubt highly Tiffany's & Co would be bringing it to you at $14.95. They named it the immature diamond. I don't like that reference, but that's what they did, or plush diamond, because it has got a kind of blush to it, a sort of pinkish, peachish hue. Yeah, lovely, fascinating. But this gemstone currently is affordable, but who's to say that in maybe, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it's now not all of a sudden, because of the rarity, back up to what it should be, maybe a 4-figured, 5-figured even price tag gemstone. Absolutely fascinating. Well done. I need to move on. Jan, now you sell your jewellery.
I do.
You sell your jewellery
mainly in a hotel.
Mainly in a hotel.
Yeah, mainly in a
hotel. Do
hotel.
you actually set up all your pieces of jewellery?
I do.
So you do your displays?
I do. I go along and restock every couple of weeks and set it up. So displays, for me, the display is really important.
Oh, absolutely.
How it looks, yeah.
So, you know, it's like I've prepped, Jan. I haven't at all. I haven't. So display busts would be an essential.
Definitely, because I mean the space that I use isn't very large, isn't very deep, so it's nice to have, and I can see what you've got there. It's nice to have the different levels, because you can get more onto a space. So if you're doing a craft fair, rather than have everything all at one level, maybe put some boxes at the back, or and sort of raise it up, so you get much more product on a smaller space. And they're great.
I totally agree. And Ollie has just said Angela talks about the same at our business courses too. And I can speak on personal experiences. When I had my own jewellery business, and I used to go up, and every event I used to sort of plan myself, sort of set up myself, so it was taken up, taken down, etc. on a nightly basis or afternoon, wherever it was. Anyway, but yeah, having different levels, we can't physically absorb, and it's very clever marketing as well. If any of you are in marketing, you'll know exactly what we're referring to. It's like window dressing. It's not a case of, oh, that looks pretty. It's very clever ways of actually drawing the eye, of actually grabbing our attention, using certain colours, using certain signs and symbols, etc., that grabs our attention. So yeah, the same is absolutely applicable when it comes to your jewellery displays. Having dimensions and different levels. Look at me doing that so as if I'm a puppet. But yeah, the different levels and height. Yeah. I used to, when I first started, have all my pieces of jewellery just laid out flat. It's too much for us to absorb and take in, and I used to look at it thinking I can't physically single anything out that I really like here. So yeah, actually adding those layers, those heights and those dimensions really does aid sales. Also, if you're not necessarily selling your pieces of jewellery, but you want it to be photographed, you want it to be shown off and displayed, these are absolutely fabulous. Now they are my favourite busts that we actually provide here at Jewellery Maker, just because of the practicality of them. They're black leatherette, so they are wipeable, but also if you look on the back, the fact that you have got, I'm going to point out some very boring features here, but they are definite benefits. The fact that they have got a toggle clasp at the back here, which means it's adjustable, so if you wanted to really lean it backwards, you can. If you've only got maybe a short shelf to put these on, you can just adjust that toggle, tighten it up, hang on a second, like so, tighten it up like so, and you've got, there we go, and it's still going to stand perfectly. Here's the other boring feature, but one which is absolutely a positive, is the fact that these are hinged, not glued. Jan, you're nodding your head profusely because you know from experience, sometimes, particularly light bulbs, melt the glue.
Yeah, and I've had things that look similar, and have got sort of that book, that sort of picture framey sort of thing, but they're just glued on, and they're cardboard, and then they go. And once they've gone, they've gone.
Absolutely,
no matter what you can do, they never get any strength back at all.
Absolutely, totally agree. And if you think the weight of your pieces, especially if you're wire workers or polymer clay, for example, you know, heavy weight is gonna cause a stress. So you really want that fastening to be secure. Let's bring that price tag in. You get all three: the large, medium, and the small. $12.95. practical, longevity, they pack up like so. Even if you're just taking a rucksack. Do you know, Martha, did you know that I actually bought a new car when I had my jewellery business? I bought a new car because it was ridiculous. All my busts, and I'm not talking about this bust, obviously, all my bust displays were taking up so much room I couldn't fit the jewellery in. So if I'd have had these, and these weren't available when I had my business, then it would have been all...
Life's a lot easier, isn't it? Because I remember when I did craft fairs a long time ago, I had 2 huge boxes of busts and displays. And maybe 1 box of product, of necklaces and things to sell. So there's usually more sort of packaging for the display items than there was actually for the actual made-up jewellery. So to have something like that, perfect.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Transportable, practical, everything. Yeah. All of the above. Fabulous. Well done to every single one of you. Now, here's a double whammy opportunity of absolute luxury. Now, Jan is known for luxury pieces. You're known for your pearls, of course, but high-end jewellery, most definitely. Channel settings. I've seen the next kit, which is going to absolutely, both kits and the DVD that's coming up later on. You're going to want to have your high-end findings. These are gold-plated sterling silver. You're actually getting 2 packs, so it's 90 pieces. I know our graphic says 45, it's actually times 2. Can you see that? So 90 pieces in total. Wonderful buttery luster, and you can see how they all match, which might sound obvious. Believe it or not, often you can actually have different contrasting colours, which would really distort and spoil the beauty of the piece. You've got double of everything here, so it's going to go a long way, and of course all of that precious metal. I know that every jewellery maker that's shopped with us for any length of time will all absolutely stand by both Jan and I and say our findings are certainly some of the best that I've discovered. Would you agree with that?
Definitely. The quality is second to none. You know, and these are the findings packs that I buy to go with my pearls when I sell them in hotels, if I sell them at auction, if they go to a jeweller's. These are the findings that I use.
Absolutely.
Because the quality, like I say, is second to none.
Second to none, and also incomparable often in prices, because usually you'd have to source it, maybe, I don't know, your head pins from one location, your lobster claws from another location, your chains from another location. You don't know if all of those colours are going to match each other, and then you're paying separate postage and packaging. You're getting 90 pieces of solid, precious sterling silver already, tons of you there. We should be bringing it to you at £39.90. That's already so competitive, not £39.90 pence. We are going all the way down, so 4 of your lobster claws, 2 lots of your round head pins, a double of everything basically, £21.95. If you actually sort of break that down, so £21.95 divided by 90, do we know what that is pence per finding for your precious metal? 24 pence. I don't know if we can even bring copper at that price usually.
No, that's an amazing price, isn't it?
That is a fantastic price point.
Yeah.
And we have got some high-end gemstone strands, all different budgets and affordabilities throughout the course of the morning as well. So, you know, you're going to be thinking, yeah, I need my high-end deluxe findings, especially if you're getting it in a double whammy opportunities. We've only got 50 opportunities, so it is limited. If you're with us this morning, good morning. Nice to have your company. Have you got another day? Have you got the weekend off? Oh... Are you sat at home in your dressing gowns and your slippers on and a cup of tea? I am quite jealous of that. I am jealous because I would like to be in my dressing gown and my slippers right now. I love being in comfy clothes. I do love being in comfy clothes. That's why I tell you what, that'll be us on Monday morning, won't it, Martha? That'll be us Monday morning. The first Monday of the year, we're off. Yes. Anyway, do check out because there's only 50 opportunities available at this price point. Janet, Kathleen, Yorkshire, Evelyn, Beverly, Emma, Angela, Suffolk, you're with me as well. And you said earlier, Jan, you multi-buy on opportunities like this because you don't see them, do you? You don't see,
at that price, no. So for me, if I was at home, I'd be multi-buying them, have them in my stash, ready to go for when I want to make a piece.
I know Jan says that. How many times have I been like, "Hiya, Jan"?
Yeah,
I see you on the screen.
But it'd be silly not to, really. I mean, from a business point of view, you know, and I buy it not because I go home, I watch JewelleryMaker and I buy these things because they're the best on the market.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no point going anywhere else and trying to find anything because you won't. Not at that quality and price.
I totally agree. Do you know? Whilst we're here in the studio, and certain people might think, you're paid to say that. You know, you work for JewelleryMaker. You're paid to say that they're the best on the market. Listen, I would never say something. Excuse me. If I did not 100% wholeheartedly believe what I was saying. Yeah. I 100% wholeheartedly believe that we have got the best quality. Yeah.
And when I go home,
in terms of findings and prices.
I spend my own money buying it. I wouldn't do that if I didn't think it was the best.
Yeah, absolutely. We wouldn't say it, would we?
No.
Carol, our very own lovely Carol, researched findings. And what was the end of that then, Ollie? She found something on a search engine, amazing price. Oh, it actually matches JewelleryMaker's price. And it was actually us. So she thought she'd found somebody that would match us, not beat us, but actually it was us. You don't find finding packs with variations like this, with all the different components and the quality. We have got 30,000 product lines. 30,000. It's a big company.
That's amazing. It is amazing. And like I say, I say hand on heart that, you know, it is the best quality. So that's why I spend the money that.
We could break into Tina Turner right now, couldn't we?
We could. Simply the best.
I won't. Can you do a Tina Turner impression? Not first thing in the morning.
No, I was going to say when I've had a few sherbets, maybe.
Yeah, when you've had a couple of glasses of wine. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I would normally. Well, to be honest, I would do it sober. Obviously, I'm not drinking. Just so everyone knows, I don't drink now. Okay. Right, because for those of you that are wondering, not because I've had an alcohol problem, but because I've got a baby growing, that's all. Just to clarify, because I can just thinking then some people might be tuning in going, oh, she doesn't drink anymore, she's clearly had issues. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Contemporary metallics. You've got a mixture of the tones. It's a very simple concept, but it really works. When you see Jan's design and your words, and I quote, this kit was amazing to work with.
It was absolutely amazing. And I've only used what's in the kit. And it's nice because it's sort of going back to the old style kits because you've got everything you need in there to create all the jewellery. I've made 11 pieces of jewellery. Still had some of the little beads left. Had some of the findings left. It was a beautiful, beautiful kit to work with.
You know, I see guest designers. Obviously, I work with guest designers on a daily basis, and this has got to be the biggest quantity of jewellery that I've seen created in a long time.
And the thing is, it's the sort of kit that once you get started with it, you just want to carry on and carry on and carry on. And I did actually stop and put everything in the box, and then got it all out again and made another couple of pieces.
Ah, now this is my favourite. I love that.
Such a pretty kit. But you can go really chunky with it as well, because they're quite large gemstones, but you can go really delicate or you can go really chunky.
I love that. And you've got matching earrings. There's so much to bring you. Let's show you all the components so you can get involved. And then, of course, we'll go over to Jan's wonderful pieces and, of course, her tutorial. Now, this is rare to get hold of the rose gold coloured copper findings. So that wonderful coppery blush, which is injected into the plating, which actually brings that lovely on-trend, very, very on-trend pinkish tone, which matches so many different gemstones, not just the ones that are included in this kit. It's going to complement so much. You've got featherweight headpins, you've got round headpins, you've got decorative headpins, you've got extensions. You've got ribbon ends, you've got lots of chain there, you've got your spacer beads, you've got your bolt rings, you've got your shepherd hooks, your toggle clasp, 118 pieces in total. I mean, this is going to go a long way. 11 pieces, you say, Jan, you'd made out of all of these findings?
Yep. 11, and I've still got some of these
and you've
left.
Still got more left. There we go. So you could have gone on and on and on and on. So beautiful. But the fact that they are the rose gold copper, don't see that every day. In fact, I can't remember the last time I saw it. Can't remember. Very warm, isn't it?
It is really, really lovely. And the chain's lovely as well, because it's got nice open links
it
on
is.
it. It's a beautiful finders pack.
It is a lovely chain. This is the chain that we are referring to. You also get our standard beading pack. Well, not standard, sorry. It's actually one of our luxury threading packs. 6 meters of your clear elastic, 80 meters of your monofilament, and 50 meters of your rose gold beading thread. So it's actually one of our luxury threading packs. So notice how the actual beading thread will actually match the actual findings, and also matches the gemstones. So you've used the beading thread in many of the pieces here, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
And again, it's that adding that sense of luxury to it.
It's great, and it's great to have that sort of matching colours throughout, and you know, you haven't got to think about anything. It doesn't matter if the beading thread just show through a little bit, because it sort of matches.
It's still
things.
that colour, isn't it? And I think, I mean, I am a little bit, I'm a Virgo, so I'm a bit of a perfectionist, whether you believe in that or not. But I personally was thinking, if I'm working with that kind of tone, I want everything, even the parts that you don't see, to actually be that tone as well.
Exactly that.
Yeah, totally agree. And you've also got these gorgeous, gorgeous spacer beads. These are so lovely. There's 600 of these in this gorgeous tube. They're 3mm, and look how substantial that drill hole is. So you can use not just your beading threads, your clear elastics and your monofilament. You can use many of our other threading material like hemp, like
silk cord will go through.
Like leather in some cases, your Eslon. Absolutely, they do thread through beautifully. And again, you've used this, well, those in pretty much every single one of your designs, haven't you? Almost.
They were beautiful, and I sort of set myself a bit of a task to try and use all of them.
Good challenge, that.
I didn't quite manage it.
You didn't manage it though, because that is a good challenge. Because every time that we bring you those tubes, we all say, they never end. No. They go on and on and on and on and on, don't they?
They do.
And I suppose you don't want them to. Now, these are beautiful. I'm just going to pick these up and pop that down for a second. Now, thank you, my honey.
You're welcome.
This is a slight difference in colour and tone. They are beautiful. Now, if you love your hematites, if you love that metallic luster, but maybe think it's just a little bit too heavy to wear, that's fine, because gemstones do have different densities. It's all down to your own personal preference. Well, this is really going to appeal to you. Agate, with its coating, so it's almost identical in terms of how it looks, but a much lighter feel. Look at that gorgeous tone. So you have got a definite yellow gold coated agate there, and a definite wonderful crisp bronze in these. They're 10mm plain rounds. If I bring those spacer beads right next to them, you can see just how complementary all of these colours are. It's a simple concept, but one that absolutely works to bring that trio of tones and bring them together. It's been around for many years. That some of the biggest designers in the world use it today, and you can see, like Jan said, I just went to town with it. I couldn't stop. It's
beautiful.
And you've made 11 pieces.
Yeah. And if you're just getting into jewellery making, you're just starting your jewellery making journey, this is a perfect kit to start with.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, a lot of the pieces that I've done are simple weaving techniques, nothing complicated, but you get a really sort of elegant look from them.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Yeah. Totally agree. Your contemporary metallics with the lovely Jan, going back to sort of our original kits, you know, where you have got everything that you need to start yourself making jewellery. Nothing else. You haven't used anything else in your designs. £35.25 is where we should be. Not today, however. We did promise it was going to be under £30 for all of the gemstones, for all of the findings, for the fact that these tubes are usually, I'm sure, £12.95, aren't they? £27.95 if you're getting involved today. So you've made 11 pieces, Jan.
Yep.
That's about £2.60 per piece.
That's silly, really, isn't it?
It is. That's how much it's cost you, isn't it?
So for me, this would be a kit that I would get, and personally, I would get this, and for me, I would replicate this, and I would put these for sale in my hotel as a collection. And yeah, I just think they're beautiful. Yeah, well, I'd buy them.
I mean,
I'm a bit biased, but I think
no, I would too. There's the matching
beautiful
earrings for that pendant as well. I love that. That's my favourite.
But
Sweet.
It's the most simple design.
Martha's loving the lariat.
Yeah, and that's just gemstones on the end of chains and just tied in the middle.
Love it.
Simple as
Lariat is it's so popular right now. Yeah. You can buy lariats in your high street stores right now. Obviously not genuine gemstones. Obviously, you know the ones I'm talking about, the clothing lines. They turn your skin green. They do turn your skin green, but those ones are about £15–20. At £15–20, don't get me wrong, they're pretty, but they're not made to last, and they're certainly not of any value. So the lariat chain is really coming back into fashion right now. I would wear every single one of these. Every single one of your pieces, so I totally agree with you, Jan. So £27.95, do make those confirmations as soon as you possibly can. All of the findings, all of the threading material, all of your beautiful seed beads, and of course your genuine gemstones. Now, I'm really excited because, Jan, you're going to demo my favourite piece.
I am.
Is that right?
I am. We're going to show the drop on the necklace, and then I'll talk through how we sort of changed that into the earrings. And then I'm just going to show the simple ladder weave then above that. I love this little set.
I do as well.
I just think it's just... And the thing is, I made pieces that I would wear. You know, I was very selfish with this kit. I made pieces that I would wear.
I think sometimes, especially if you've got a business, that's quite challenging, and I used to find it quite challenging. That they used to go, not making it for something that you like, but doing the opposite of that. Because I think when I had my own jewellery business, I was thinking, well, it's not just about what I like. I have to buy what other people will like as well, and that's quite difficult.
It's not easy sometimes, is it?
It's not. No. It's not easy. But I mean, a lady of good taste, why wouldn't you stick to what you know?
Well, I was hoping that if I liked it, there'd be other people that would like it.
Well,
that's my thinking.
I do. I do. Fabulous. I'm really... Now, that you actually said this was a type of beady bead.
Yeah, it is. It's a really simple technique. If I just snip this off, because I've just tied that on. What we're going to do, we're going to start off with... we're going to create this little section here, which is how you sort of start off with a beady bead. So it's just sort of like a simple ladder weave. There. Okay.
Lovely.
So I'll just start that off. So if there's people that haven't sort of done that sort of ladder weave before.
Yes. Okay. How do we do it? You say it's simple. It doesn't look simple.
It's very simple, but I think because you're using those beautiful beads, it gives it an intricacy.
Yeah.
You know, without too much effort, really. And people know I'm a bit of a lazy jewellery maker, to be honest. If I can get a really intricate look without too much effort, I'm all for it.
Can I just say, you've just made 11 pieces of jewellery, Jan. I don't think you can call yourself lazy.
No, probably not, no. No, maybe not, no.
She's not lazy, is she?
Yeah, but it's easy to make 11 pieces of jewellery with a kit like this because they sort of make themselves.
She's just modest.
Yeah.
That's what she is, modest. Okay, so you've just literally got some of the beading thread which we've got out of the kit.
Yeah, if you're going to make the earrings, just a section sort of about 8 or 9 inches long will be fine. If you're going to go for the necklace, we're going to do it all in one piece. So depending on the length of the necklace that you want, add on maybe 3 or 4 inches just so that you've got the little section around the bead. So you take whichever length you're going to use and then pop on 4, sorry, can you see that? And I use the beading thread as a needle to pick up the little beads, okay, because it's just easier that way. So pop on 4 of the little beautiful beads and then sort of find the middle section. Whoops. Take one of the beads, take the opposite thread and pop it through the bead, okay? What you want to do is you want to pull that so that it's in the centre, so you want that to be in the centre. Pull those together so you've got 4 together there, okay? And then what we're going to do, we're going to put 1 on one side and then 2 on the other side. Let's pick those up. A bit more difficult with your left hand. There we go. So
unless you're left-handed.
Unless you're left-handed, of course.
My mum's left-handed.
Is she?
1 in 10 people
right.
are left-handed. My brother's left-handed too.
Oh, right. Gosh, you've got it going on.
Apparently they're creative.
Right.
Well, my mum is. I wouldn't say my brother is. He's clever. Anyway, sorry, I totally digress.
So we've got our 4 on. So we put 1 on one side and 2 on the other. And then we take the opposite thread to the one that's got 2 on and pass it through that second bead, okay? It's really simple there. Now when you pull that, you'll see that that's started to sort of curl up a little bit. So just hold that in your hand and just sort of tease that down there. So now you see we're starting to build up that ladder weave. And all we do is we repeat that sort of process all the way along until we've got enough of them to surround the bead. Now in this case, there was, I did 27, I think, beads in total to get to this point. We've got a little section there, and what we're going to do is we're going to surround the bead with that, okay? So when you get to the end, you get to a point where you've put on your last centre bead there. What we're going to do, we're going to put one on each side now, and what we're going to do is close it up, because you've got one at the end where we started, and now we've got our two here. So what we're going to do is take the right side and pass it through the first bead that we put on, and then take the left side and pass it in the opposite direction, as if we're doing a beady bead, okay? And then when you pull together,
that would be a lovely ring as well.
Yeah, be perfect. Really, really pretty ring. So that's, you make that lovely sort of surround, and then just pop that onto your bead. Just push that down, just to see that that's okay, and that's the right size that you want. Okay, so that's fine. So now what we're going to do, pull that quite tight, pass one of them through the loop that you've just made. So both of the threads are on one side, okay? Pull them really tight, there we go. And then we're going to pass both of those through the larger
I was
bead.
going to say, how do you know that that bead is going to be secure in the centre? And this is how.
This is how we do it. So that's going to go there. But we need to skew it on this side as well. So take one of them and pass it through the other side of there. So now we can push it into place.
One on either side.
Hold the bead as you are, and then pull the beading thread. And what that'll do is it'll settle everything in. And there you go. So now you've got that beautiful bead, and it's surrounded with all that lovely detail. But how intricate does that look?
Yeah, amazing.
But for really little effort, really. I really love that.
So beautiful, yeah.
So,
like say, pair of earrings, pendant, stunning.
Yep. So if you're going to turn that into earrings, you would I've just put a crimp on there, and made a little loop, and then put a crimp cover on it. If you're going to turn it into the necklace, what we need to do then is pop both of these ends through another one of the beautiful little beads. There we go. So it's there, and push it really, really tightly. So that's going to, beads are going everywhere. Okay, so now we've got that little section. So now we can actually bead off, thread off from here. So first of all, I'm going to do just a little section of the ladder weave, but it's a little bit different. We put one on either side. If I can get that on there. Go on.
You got it.
There we go. Right. So this is a little bit different. So we've got one on either side, and if you pull that down a little bit, make a little bit of bend in the beading thread, it just makes it a bit easier. So pick up one of them on one side. Sorry, it's flying all over the place. And then through again. So we're creating that ladder weave, but it just sort of sits a little bit different. So you just have to play with it to sort of make it sit in the right place. Give it a good pull there.
With the beading thread as well, because it has got quite a rigid nature to it, you can give it a good pull, I suppose.
Yeah, it's really, really strong.
And it will go into place.
Yeah, and what I'll say as well is it's got sort of a metal core to it as well. So what I tend to do is give that a pull and then bend it back a little bit. And then what it'll do, it'll hold in place. It won't come unravelled.
Yeah.
It's just really, really, really secure. So we've got that little section there, but now we want to bead off, but we've only got one thread on either side. So what we need to do is add in another thread.
I think I know how you're going to do this.
Yeah, it's really...
I might really, not, but I'm
really
guessing.
Simple. So all we're going to do is we're going to pop through. I might have to pick that up, just to pop that through.
Thread it through the top of your seed beads.
I'm just going to pull that out of the way for a little bit. There, okay. If we pull that through, now we've got lots of beading thread on either side, okay? So what we're going to do is even those up a little bit, just so they're easier to work with. Actually, I'm going to cut that off, just so that it makes it a little bit neater. And then I'm going to pop one more bead on this side. There. And then what I do is create exactly that little section we made in the centre there, just recreate that there, and then you're ready to carry on with the ladder weave. up the necklace.
Exactly the same way as you've actually encased that gemstone, continue the ladder weave.
Yeah. So just repeat this little section here, and then carry on with this weave.
Can you just do a little bit of the ladder weave up there?
Yeah, no problem.
It's just because we're all admiring it here, not only here in the studio but everybody at home. We've got lots of messages coming through.
Okay.
It's a very clear. You're demonstrating it very clearly, which sometimes is quite tricky to do with this with a ladder weave. Sometimes it is quite hard to follow.
Right, what I'm going to do, all I'm doing is repeating that little section that we had. Sorry, I can't see my eye.
Can't see what you're doing for a minute. By the way, if you did want to start in JewelleryMaker, one of the first techniques that you'd learn is the ladder weave. And if you came on Linda's workshop, the lovely Linda Brumwell, which is on the 24th of January, it's only £59.95 for the entire day. Lunch is included, parking is included, and you get to meet us as well. Then it's on the 24th of January, did you say? And you learn this technique with the lovely Linda Brumwell. But like I said, Jan, this is very, very easy to follow.
Right, so what I've done is I've created that little section again there. I'm just going to take some more of the beads. And again, this is from the original kit. These beads. Okay, so now we're back at that point. So what we do, we put one on one side, as we did before, and then two on the opposite side. So just pick those up, one and...
Does it matter if you do you have to put two on the same side? No,
you can, I mean, I put two on the left on this side, put it on the right, it doesn't really matter. Because what you're going to do, you're going to pass both of the threads then through that second bead anyway, so it really doesn't matter which side. It's just, as we did on the other one, it does start to curl up a bit because it starts to want to create that beady bead.
Yes, yeah. So you have to encourage it to stay flat.
Yeah. So all I do is hold that, and as I say, give it a good pull and give it a little bit of a bend with the beading thread, and now that will hold that really secure while we then go on to the next one. So again, one on one side.
Two on the other.
Two on the other. Whoops. One and two. I'll do one more and then I'll show you how we bring it all together. There, okay. And again, pass the pass them both through that second bead. It's a bit difficult to do it without getting your hands sort of in the way.
Do you know, you're demonstrating, I think everyone agrees, like very, very clearly. I know I can actually follow what you're doing. But sometimes, and that's not me being condescending to other guest designers right now, but sometimes if it's monofilament, for example, it's quite hard to see.
Yeah.
And also beading thread is a little bit more rigid as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And will beading thread go through most of our gemstones?
Yeah, I can't think
of a gemstone
that I haven't had in a kit that won't go through.
Yeah, you can use a reamer, obviously, which comes with within our toolkits. Yeah, but I'm pretty certain the majority of our gemstones will go through that. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So, how many times did you continue? Just
well, you can do as many as you want. I think I did about seven or eight lots along the necklace. But it depends how much you want. I mean, you could go the whole necklace if you wanted to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would be amazing.
But when you come to a point where you think that's enough, I want to bring it all together, put two on, so you've got one on either side, okay? And instead of putting on the extra one and passing them through together, bring the two beading threads together and pop it through just one, okay? So if I can get that through there, there we go. And now what you'll need to do is hold that and just pull that really sort of, again, like Al said earlier, it's really, really strong, so don't worry about pulling it. And now you see that's brought those together, but continued with that pattern.
Look at that lovely shape though, Jan, because I think with that, like I said, you'd expect that weave, it curves so beautifully, doesn't it?
It does, it's beautiful.
You know, if you think about sort of your Bond Street high-end jewellers, etc., quite often, you know, if you imagine this as sort of a décolletage, that design where it joins in the middle is very, very, very expensive. You can see that curve. You've got a lovely text message coming in from Joanne. Hello to you, Joanne. It says, morning all, sorry Jan, can't see your demo. One of my kittens is trying to catch your fingers on the TV screen. They're both hooligans this morning. Oh, do you know what, Joanne? I feel your pain. Last night, Brutus was a little... Well, he was very naughty last night. He was just, I don't know, he was just on one. He was just literally. That's my puppy, by the way. I'm not talking about my partner.
He was on one.
Yeah, Tom Brutus. No, he was a nightmare last night. Oh, I tell you what. So, Joanne, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Honestly, it was like he had little red eyes last night.
They're lovely though, aren't they?
Well,
munch them.
Yeah, I love him to bits, but yeah, last night I wasn't saying that. 3 o'clock in the morning, I wasn't saying that.
No,
because he runs round our bedroom, and it's quite funny. Can I just quickly say this, Martha? Because it is quite funny. He can get underneath our bed, but he keeps banging his head under the bed. So he's like, dunk, dunk, dunk. So there's Tom and I, so like, for God's sake, dunk, dunk, dunk. 3 in the morning. Anyway, last in stock. I love these. I love them, love them, love them. They are such beautiful quality. Let me just move that out of the way. Jan, do you have one of these?
Yep, I do.
They're gorgeous quality, aren't they?
They're fabulous, and they're great for carrying your tools and... well, they're great for anything, really. I think...
I'd have this as a makeup case as well.
Was it Linda who found out you can fit 4 bottles of wine in there?
Very good. And why am I not surprised that it is Brummy? Yeah, they'd be perfect for sort of picnics and sort of your camping holidays and things like that.
Great.
Because there are so many different compartments. They come with the Velcro straps, etc. Yes, J.M. Browns. I love the material of it because it does wipe clean. There's lots of compartments inside. You can see loads of FIFA reviews on this. It's one of our, I think it's one of our most, our highest quality bags. Well, it is that highest quality.
It's really sturdy.
Yeah.
And I've got one in my the room that I work in, and I've got all my tools in there. So I've got all my hammers are in these little sections here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Al.
That's right.
Getting excited. And then I've got my macrame boards in these little pockets here.
Your macrame board?
My macrame, my kumihimo board.
Yeah, in there.
These little sections here.
Yeah.
And I just keep little bits and pieces in there, so I know that if I want a hammer, go to there. If I want this, I've got that there, and it's just perfect.
Loads, and here on the side as well, there's little, what would you call those? Little pockets,
loops, but
little loops,
I
that you can put things in. Yeah,
it holds them all in place.
Amazing, and you've got things where you can connect things to there as well, loop it together.
It looks great as well, doesn't it?
It looks lovely. I love our branding, and I always talk about it. The actual handle here is really lovely and secure, and it's actually curved, so there's that comfort grip. I mean, I bought my mum and dad a few years ago. I bought my mum and dad because they've got a caravan, a picnic camper. They're not cheap, are they?
Nope.
They really aren't cheap, and I don't know if they'd actually carry. And you know, it's essential that you have a bottle of fizz in your picnic camper. So yeah, I mean, this would be fantastic. Can I just adjustable strap with this as well, so you can literally pop it over your shoulder.
Yeah. Rocking it out.
Beautiful, beautiful branding. I love it. I love it. I don't think we need anything to do to sort of improve this. No, it's always a sellout. We've got less than 30 of these available. Just £17.95. Absolutely fabulous, aren't they?
They are brilliant, and the price is great. Because you go anywhere, you can't buy just a normal little bag for that price. But this, with all that sturdy sort of sturdy sides,
they are rigid too, aren't they?
It's
you can
perfect.
see it is actually. I'm doing that deliberately, so you can just see how rigid they are. Love it. Well done. Last in stock though, so grab it whilst you can. Thank you, Jan.
You're welcome.
Thank you, my lovely.
You're welcome.
We'll be back with you at 10.
Okay.
You've got a stunning kit, incredible
amazing.
aquamarine and blue labradorite. Oh, amazing. I'll leave this with you, honey. I'll leave this with you for now. Let's step this way. How about the oldest gemstone in the world? How about the gemstone that truly is forever? Because I don't like to be, I'm not trying to be controversial, shall we say, but I always talk about De Beers, who were masterminds to the most successful marketing, I think, scheme. Would that be the right word? Probably not. Should probably find another one. But you know what I'm talking about. Campaign. With the fact that diamonds are forever. We've all heard that expression before. It's been in various different films. Well, actually, if you think about it, are diamonds forever? Well, they're the most durable gemstone on the planet. Yes, most certainly. But this gemstone, yeah, I am going to be controversial, Martha. I'm doing it, yeah. Diamonds are the most durable material on the planet. So yes, if you're thinking about that, Yeah, but they're not indestructible. Zircon, however, is a gemstone. If you think about it, 4.4 billion years old. This gemstone truly has withstood the test of time. Heats, pressures, intensities, tectonic plates, dinosaurs. They have literally withstood everything that Mother Nature has thrown at it. I love that Martha has just said Zircon is like the greatest action hero. It's the Bruce Willis of genuine gemstones. You know that he is a tough nut, and you know he'd be a bit hunky as well, wouldn't you? Totally digress, and that's just a little demonstration of how Martha and my mind absolutely works. How do we take gemstones 4.4 billion years old and all of that to Hollywood hunks? Anyway, yeah, to Bruce Willis. Now, this gorgeous gemstone I have got such huge respect for. It is totally and utterly natural. It can often be treated to enhance the colour, to stabilise the gemstone. This needed absolutely none of that. There's a variation of different colours of zircon. You can get it in gorgeous blues, you can have it in colourless zircon, and you can have these wonderful, intense, I often refer to them as cognac tones. But this gemstone offers not just beautiful colour and clarity, it offers high refraction, doubly refractive, so an abundance of fire that will surpass the majority of gemstones out there. Totally and utterly natural, and this is coming at a big substantial price reduction and saving. 45 carats, look at that gorgeous sparkle. Going back to what we were saying about Serenite and about exquisite classy gemstones, this is one of those in my eyes. I think this is a very elegant, classy gem. You know, it's like, I don't know, who do you imagine in terms of, who do you think of as a very elegant lady? Well, if you've got somebody that springs to mind, somebody that springs to mind in my eyes is our Princess Catherine. I think she's a really elegant, a really classy lady. This is a gemstone which I think would really really sort of Duchess of Cambridge, I beg your pardon, Duchess of Cambridge, yeah. I think this sort of personifies her persona, and whoever you've got in your mind right now, I'm not gonna disagree with you. It's an elegant, beautiful gemstone. 45 carats, totally and utterly natural, which is rare to see. Big price reduction coming your way for all of our early birds. We should be bringing this to you incredibly at £29.95 for the oldest gemstone on this entire planet, for the oldest material on this entire planet. Discovered that this gemstone's journey started the moment our Earth began to spin. How fascinating is that? 1995, for those of you that are getting involved as soon as you possibly can. In terms of its durability, no, it's not 10 on the most scale like your diamonds, but it is certainly a very durable gemstone. It's 7.5, so you can more than comfortably wear this for within rings, within pendants, within earrings, within bracelets. No problem with that whatsoever. Diamonds are forever. I actually think zircons are forever, and they certainly have been so far. 0800 644 655. Well done to every single one of you. Wait till you get this home, and it looks incredible here in the studios, but when you get it home and you take it out to natural daylight, even in sort of today, I know it's not going to be the best of days. It certainly doesn't look like it here in the Midlands. It's very rainy outside. If you take this gemstone and influence it to natural daylight, the fire will just be incredible. Got to move on. Well done. Now, okay. Last in stock opportunity. Very rare do I get the chance to be able to bring you turquoise of this size and bring it to you at this price point. Grab it whilst you can. Now, this is totally and utterly natural. Often turquoise can be reconstituted, similar to sort of a shell pearl, where it'll be ground down into a fine powder and then reconstituted into a shape, maybe a cabochon, which obviously is the case here. These are totally and utterly natural. The reason why sometimes turquoise is reconstituted is to make it look more beautiful than it actually is. When you've got natural turquoise of this quality, displaying, you know, that perfect amount of your matrix, the intensity of color which these absolutely are, then believe me, you have got something exceedingly rare and exceedingly exciting. This is USA turquoise, so may well be, I can't be exact, but may well be your Arizonian Sleeping Beauty. Last 15 at £24.95. We should be incredibly £24.95. Sorry, we're not stopping there. This is last in stock clearance opportunity. It's simply got to be £19.95, Martha. How on earth is that even possible? At turquoise, I mean, Jan, you make, oh gosh, you make your own jewellery. Turquoise, it's recognised instantaneously, isn't it? Yeah.
People recognise turquoise, don't they? And it's so beautiful. And in the cabochon form as well. We don't see it very often, do we?
No.
And it's beautiful. So for me, I'd be making rings with those.
You'd make rings with these, would you?
With those,
yeah. And certainly be charging surely more than £20.
Yes,
I mean, our American turquoise collections certainly my experience with American turquoise collections, they were usually, you know, way in excess of that price point. Yeah, okay, they would include either gold or your sterling silver, but it's the gemstone which really predominantly holds the price point. Already a third of the stock has gone. Price reduction, it's all down to the fact that they are last in stock. I don't know when or if we're going to be able to bring you American turquoise in cabochons of this size anytime soon. We have got more incredible deals coming up next, of course, more early bird opportunities. Our graphics are just catching up with themselves, so do make those confirmations, everybody, and don't go anywhere, because there's more from Jan, and there's more from me, and there's more new ins after this.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewelry Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewelry Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy to follow jewelry making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewelry making techniques. Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, themed shows, program guides and Jewelry Maker tutorials. Jewelry Maker. Create, wear, share. We are live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with Jewelry Maker.
Here at Jewelry Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewelry Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewelry Maker.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewelry Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, But being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from JewelleryMaker. JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Welcome everybody, a very good morning to you all. I hope you have had a fabulous Saturday thus far. I know it's only just started, well for some, we've been up for a few hours. It'll certainly be a good day I hope for you this weekend. Anyway, we were just talking about in that very short break, we'd like to get lots of text messages in about what is the naughtiest thing that your pet, whatever the creature, has actually done. Now, in my case, 'cause I was talking last night, Brutus was particularly naughty. He was just up and about, gallivanting, banging the bed, etc. Because at the moment he's only a baby. He sleeps on the floor with us. But I was then talking about Leonard, bless him, my Leonard. He was one of the naughtiest and most mischievous dogs in the world, but in an adorable way. When it was Tom's birthday back in June, his mum bought him a lovely birthday cake, and that birthday cake was positioned on the side in the kitchen, Jan, pushed back, because I've learnt this lesson previously before. No, Leonard managed to get hold of that birthday cake in its box and eat the entire thing.
We took it in the box as well.
He unwrapped the box, yeah. Totally unwrapped the box. There was literally a star of icing on that was it left. He was round as well. Anyway, we had a birthday party then, and then everybody turned up, and he was a little bit sort of sugar rush-like, and I was a bit worried about him, sort of very closely monitoring, but he sat next to one of my, what was colleagues then, Lindsay, who was pregnant at the time, and he managed to throw up all over her. Naughty little monkey. Naughty Leonard. So what's the naughtiest thing your pet has ever done? I'd like to hear these stories. I think we'll have lots of fun with these. Have you got a pet which has been particularly naughty, and what is your story, Jam?
Well, it's hard to know which to choose, really, because they were...
Are they always naughty?
Yeah, well, we had two dogs which we lost a few years ago, unfortunately, and they were my babies. But we had Rosie was one of our doggies, and she's like a little cross collie, and she loved jumping over things. We went on holiday, and we stopped at this pub, and there was this wall, and she straight out the car, straight over the wall, and there was just a
drop.
Luckily, she was okay. She sort of landed on her feet, and we had to try and get her out. So we had to struggle to get sort of her down there, because it was quite a drop down.
Oh my gosh, I bet your heart was
Honestly, it was just horrendous.
Oh.
But she would do things like that all the time, so you'd have to try and hold on to her all the time, and pinch food, and just... But they, like we were saying earlier, that gives them the character.
It does. I do think sort of I like pets to have a little bit of a mischievous side to them, just because, yeah, Wes, you said the same, just a little bit of it's their character, isn't it? So send those text messages in, absolutely. Now, let's get started. Started with... Oh, these, right, I'm really excited. It's brand new, early bird opportunity. Be on those phone lines for exquisite high-end ruby, emerald and sapphire. You can see the intensity of every single one of those beautiful gemstones. And again, I know I say this often, but it's the best way to decide what is quality and what is not. Colour is king. You're looking for those primary tones. You want to have that energetic, vivacious greens, reds and blues, and you've certainly got that here. 24 carats of 3 of the big 5, faceted rondelles. Whether you choose to separate these, whether you choose to keep them mixed all in against one another, that's absolutely your prerogative. Either or, it's going to be desired without shadow of a doubt. Look under close magnification, the quality and the intensity of those colours. You can see the surface luster. You can see just how rich each of those gemstones are in their chemicals that bring that presence of colour. The intensity of the emerald is really sort of leaping out at me. You've got Colombian-esque tones within here and intensities of green. You've got definite Burmese reds. Look, it's not, I'm not saying there's Burmese ruby, but you've definitely got that sort of pigeon blood colour here, and Ceylon and Kashmir blues with your gorgeous sapphire here. We're just going to check. We're just going to check because our graphics here are saying that this is totally and utterly natural. Totally and utterly natural. That is rare. Very exciting to get hold of that. 24 carats of ruby, emerald and sapphire. The sapphire, I can confirm, 100% natural. Emerald, 100% natural. And the ruby, ticking 3 big boxes there. 95% of the world's sapphire, ruby, emerald is actually treated in some way, shape or form. So you're actually gaining, you're purchasing right now that tiny percentage, 5% of the world's sapphire, ruby and emerald, which is untreated. That's hugely exciting, and very few jewellers will be able to bring that to you. Tracy, Dawn, Philippa, Debbie, Cornwall, Staffordshire, London, congratulations to you. I've got Mary on those phone lines, Linda on those phone lines, Susan, you're with me, new callers getting involved. We're busy. I know it's early on a Saturday morning, but it's a busy morning for us here at JewelleryMaker. Very good morning to you and a happy new year. Don't forget to send those text messages in about your naughty pets. Do make those confirmations. Every single web bidder has confirmed. Every single web bidder that has seen this strand and loved it as much as we do has made that confirmation. What does that tell you? They can see the price point. So those of you that are shopping via the phone lines or via the television, the web bidders do get a little bit of a preview, I suppose, of the price point. Don't worry, I've got quantity here. You're not going to be missing out. But it tells us that if the web bidders are all making those confirmations, then the price point, without shadow of doubt, is exciting. We've got Christine, Eileen, Katie and Yorkshire now joining us as well. Lovely to have your company. Bristol, you're with me as well. The price point is going to be so exciting for 3 of the big 5. Natural, $12.95. There are certain things in this world that I will never understand. Algebra, Pythagoras' theorem, quantum physics, and the price of this strand right now.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Jan?
Yeah, definite. That's just, it's a beautiful strand, and that price just does not reflect the quality or the beauty of it, does it?
Well, the quality, but the fact that it's also untreated.
Yeah. To get that colour as well, those colours are just beautiful.
It's not just me putting this into that same sort of category. I mean, does anyone who got algebra when they were in school? My hand is firmly down. Who got Pythagoras' theorem when they were in school? I definitely will not be able to teach the baby Pythagoras' theorem. Who knows about quantum physics? I don't understand any of the above, and I'm not even going to confess that I do, because I don't. Listen, I wouldn't say I'm uneducated, but I'm certainly not of a mathematical mind. I can't get my head around this £12.95 price tag. I can't. It's illogical. The same as Pythagoras' theorem and algebra. A plus B does not equal C, or whatever it was. The same as natural ruby and emerald and sapphire does not equate to £12.95. I know I've gone off on a tangent, but it's exactly the same. It's the same. If you know, it's the same sort of mentality. How is this even possible? No, I don't get it, Mr. Maths teacher. I don't get this either. but I'm not going to try. That's the good thing. I'm not even going to try and get my head around it. As long as you are enjoying this opportunity, I know you'll enjoy it when you get it home. Hello to you, Jacqueline. Hello to you, Margaret, Lynette, Gillian, Karen, Leslie, Josephine, Sue. Hello to you, Valerie, Mary, Lynn and Faith, Manchester, Nicola, Tracy, Kat. I can't keep up. There's tons of you there. How are we doing in terms of quantity, Kimbo? Very, very, very busy, but we have got a big quantity, so you should be fine. If you want to multi-buy, you absolutely can. The fact that you've got 3 different birthstones here, and not just 3 different birthstones, which straight away will actually command a higher price point on the market because they're birthstones. If you imagine, if you think about it, they've got that instantaneous draw, haven't they? But then you're taking not only some exemplary quality, but that rare 5% of untreated, unenhanced, which is absolutely fine. I'm not being condescending to treated gemstones. It just makes it really exciting for me when they haven't needed that encouragement. Please do check out their web bidders as soon as you possibly can. There is still opportunities. There is a big quantity of these. Hello to you, Carmel in Belfast. Hello to you, Shirley. Hello to you, London, Hertfordshire, Valerie, Yorkshire, Julie. You're with me as well, Deborah, Susan and Devon on the phone lines, and many more of you there. Very good morning to you. A very good morning to you, and congratulations on owning. Even if you've got ruby and emerald and sapphire, I'd still be getting involved in this. I mean, it's a no-brainer, Jan, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've got brands of strands at home, but I would still get this. And I'll probably buy sort of multiples of it as well, because for me, I would be putting those with my pearls. I would use that, maybe just use one of each, you know, on earrings. So I've got some pearls left over.
Yeah,
just drop a gemstone on top. Perfect.
I can remember saying that, and we have got pearls coming up. Obviously, Jan's here in the studio. Linda Brumwell might have made me. Well, she did make me. I'll say it. She made me a pair of cultured pearl earrings on sterling silver shepherd hooks and they had one had an emerald, one had a ruby, one had a sapphire on the top. Little rosary rings, so they kind of moved around, and then had a drop around, drop culture pearl. Stunning, and I wear them all the time. They're beautiful, really classy, and it's just literally a couple of rondelles from a strand like this. Fabulous, well done. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Congratulations to every single one of you. Moving on to, okay, I love this. This is beautiful. This bundle includes a metre-long length of your 925 solid sterling silver chain. I can't even hold it all properly over the hand. There we go. A metre-long length of your open link solid sterling silver chain. Your rosary linked clear quartz with sterling silver. 6mm rounds these are. They're beautiful quality, aren't they? There's a lot of silver and a lot of effort which has gone into actually creating those consistent rosary links. Every single time I have brought this collection, and it is kind of like a mini collection. I know we've had it in Amethyst, I know we had it in Spinel. They've always sold out. Some of my fellow presenters might have brought you other gemstones, I don't know. Rose quartz I've also seen it in as well. They've always sold out. I think this is going to be one of the most popular, given the fact that it has got such crystal clear clarity for clear quartz. It's dewy like, it's perfect for the forthcoming seasons. In fact, it's perfect for every single season. And how often do we see a metre long length of chain which is that substantial? It's 3 if you can just 3 by 2mm every single one of those links, so you can easily adopt that into maybe, I don't know, a charm bracelet or a charm necklace. Your average necklace is what, 45 centimetres, which is approximately 18 inches, so you're going to get at least 2 necklaces out of that length of chain alone, and probably you could add some to the back of your clear quartz and create. So there's 3 pieces of jewellery straight away right there, and I'm being very conservative in actual fact, unless you wanted to actually create lots and lots and lots of bracelets. I mean, this is quality. You can see the quality of the gemstones, you can see the quality of the sterling silver, how lustrous it is. If you didn't see that high shine, and just the slightest movement of my hand, look at that light sort of gliding across across the surface of the rosary links and also the links of the chain itself, you can see the quality, and there is a big difference between one sterling silver chain and another. And it goes back to what we were saying previously, Jan. You can the quality that we have here.
It is amazing, and that together is just gorgeous, isn't it?
Isn't it?
I mean, the silver is stunning, but then to have that real clarity of the gemstone as well with it, it just sparkles, doesn't it?
It's so rare.
Beautiful.
So rare in quartz as a gemstone. And please, please, please don't think that quartz is an abundant gem. It's not. As a material it is, absolutely, because gemstone, as quartz is actually one of the highest most abundant families in terms of a material. However, there is a big difference between what you find in sort of host rock and what you find which is gem quality. Gem quality quartz is only found in a few different locations around the world. I'm not surprised that this is Brazilian, because Brazilian is famed, certainly every experience that I've had has got crystal clear clarity. It's so incredibly rare. For example, quartz usually tends to be like look like sort of compact ice, quite white, mucky, mostly opaque. Crystal clear clarity like this is exciting and exceptionally rare, and as I said previously, very, very, very seldom seen. Linda's bought 4 of these. Well done, Linda. I'd be doing the same. Evelyn, Manchester, Deborah, Sandra, Sue, Claire, Christine, Tracy, new buyers. Well done. Let's bring that price tag in for you for a metre long length of your sterling silver chain, and also those 6mm round. That's a finished piece of jewellery in its own right. Just add your class to it. It's going to be what? That's a lot of sterling silver. It's a lot of hours that's gone into creating those roses. There's a lot of gemstones. That's 2 silver necklaces for that price point.
I'd pay that just for the chain. I'd be over the moon if I got that just for the chain.
Absolutely. Can I just hold this one up too? Because all you'd need, if you wanted to make it a little bit longer, you could, couldn't you, with the chain that you've got there? All you need is a clasp. And look how stunning this is. I'm not wearing the best top, but you can see, wonderful. This is so perfect for a bride as well, or 2 bracelets. This is flying, and I'm not surprised by that in the least. A metre long length of chain. Put my hair out of the way. I've doubled this over just to show you. This is probably about the standard length. Got 2 chains there. So on that basis, you've got 3 pieces of jewellery for £14.95. Now, it is going to sell out whilst you're all making those conversations. We'll leave the graphics there and obviously keep you updated. We've got some text messages. Kimberly and Tyne and Ware. Husband took dog out for a walk while I was wallpapering. Hector came in, sniffed the wallpaper, and then pulled the fresh wallpaper off. And you had to redo it. Kimberly, I bet you were absolutely fuming. Oh, Hector. I love the name as well, Hector. Alexander in Derbyshire. I had a cavalier who is addicted to tissues. She got into a full packet of toilet paper and shredded the lot. It looked like a snowstorm. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We've also got Patch. When he was a puppy, buried my mobile phone. Oh, my goodness. After cleaning it up, I was amazed it still worked. Patch, I'm glad you've had. How did you find it? We've got a text message which is in 2 parts as well. Which are you going to read to me, Kimbo? Or are you going to? Here we go. So the first part comes from Eileen in Cheshire. Hello to you, Eileen. A dog I had previously learned to open doors. She managed to get into the study where I had 9 large Easter eggs for family children and ate the lot. Packaging included. Oh no. She suffered no ill effects whatsoever. Oh, Eileen, I was really worried when Leonard ate that birthday cake, because I was thinking, you know, dogs shouldn't have that much sugar, should they? And he actually had a little bit of a quivering, he was quivering, and I was like, oh gosh, sugar rush basically, that's what it was. And he was round. You could see the shape of the cake in the middle of his belly. He was absolutely round.
Bless you.
Yeah, proceeded then to literally throw up on my pregnant guests. They're funny, aren't they? I love our animals. They do make me laugh. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Now on the back of your sterling silver chain that you've just seen there, as it was a totally different link, this is limited and very low in stock. Jan, your words, this is one of the most popular chains, and I agree.
Yeah, I love it.
It's very beautiful, isn't it?
That detail on it is just stunning.
It's like it's got, and I can remember back in the day when I worked, the first jewellers that I worked at, very high end, they used to have 18 karat gold, granted, chains like this, about the same length, width actually, and used to have bezel set diamonds, round brilliant cut diamonds all the way around. It was about £20,000 or something like that, if my memory serves me correctly. Now obviously this is an 18 karat gold, and it hasn't got round brilliant cut diamonds all the way around, but it does bring you a more affordable way or look, I suppose, because that tiny ball-like detail, look how it brings you that lovely paparazzi flash, diamond-like flash, I suppose. And again, it is a finished piece of jewellery. It comes with your extended chain, if I just loop that over the back of the hand. And you've also got the bolt ring, and you've also got that very lovely detailed charm necklace, which you can personalise. And it obviously has the 925 stamp on the reverse. So beautiful quality. These are limited though, and it is one of our most popular just because it has got that very delicate design.
It's such a beautiful chain, and like you say, with that detail on it, it's lovely. You could wear it just as is, really.
As it is. I personally would wear it as it is.
But if you're making, I mean, the gemstones that you had at the beginning of the show, those three, if you had one of the mounts and you prong set those in, that's the sort of chain that I would suspend it from. I
totally agree with you there, Jan. Whilst it is delicate, you've also got a substantial gram weight here, which is going to support your big gemstones, like what Jan's referring to. And you've definitely got the quality and durability of wear. High end, beautiful luster, beautiful shine. Let's bring that price tag in, because already confirmations being made. We should be bringing this to you. I mean, where in the world do you know? In the entire world, our big beautiful planet, where in the world do you know that will bring you quality like this at £9.95? But no, we're going to bring it to you. Last in stock, £6.95. £6.95. I mean, next time you're in your local town, Jan, when you walk past those retailers, as we all do, and you have a little look through the window,
it's not going to happen, is it? Not
it's
going to be
not going to be £6.95, is it?
No.
Even in the sales, even in the January sales, where I'm seeing 50% off. Why is it you can never find the 50% off?
because there's only one thing, maybe.
And it's in the teeny weeny sizes or whatever.
Yeah.
That nobody that wouldn't fit my little finger. Why is that? I never find any good deals. Never find it. And you certainly wouldn't find it, in jewellery, precious metal, a rarity like this. I was watching a programme called Gold Rush last night. Does anyone know? Oh, Tom loves it. And I literally, I mean, I like it too, but I was like, okay, after about 3 hours, I was like, okay, enough now, darling. Please, can we turn this off? Because they were going in sequence, that was his argument. It's going in sequence, Al, so we know what's going on. Okay, then. But it did make me realise how much we massively underestimate the rarity of our gold and our sterling silver. The fact that it comes out of the ground and all of the process that it goes through in tiny, weeny fragments. We take that for granted, don't we, Jan?
Yeah, I think, and because we see it on the show and we see it for that price, sometimes you forget.
Yeah.
That, you know, this is a precious metal, and how it's been formed and how it's been sort of processed to get to this finished piece of jewellery.
Those big heavy machineries that shake and sift all the ground, and then the mining itself, it's a massive mine. There's so much money which goes into it. Yeah, and then we go and bring it to you at £6.95. Absolutely incredible. Well done. Ginny, Dorothy, Christine, Yorkshire, Deborah, Jenny, Tracy, Mary, Claire, Joyce, Miriam, hello to you, West Midlands, hello to you, Sheila, hello to you, Suzanne. If you want to buy more than one of these Philly boots, no, you're not restricted. It's last in stock, however, so it is will be stock permitting. I need to move on in the essence of time. Congratulations. Okay, whilst we're getting all those messages in as well, I love these are so practical. I'm not going to tell you how to use your storage boxes, but you do need them. They are invaluable, and even the most established jewellery makers will be thinking, yeah, I need more, because you get a storage box, you fill it, don't you, Jan?
Yep. Yeah, and then you need more. It's just how it is. As jewellery makers, we have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of gemstones, we have a lot of findings, and that needs to be organised. I mean, I'm not the most organised person in the world, not to Mark's degree, but having something like this helps you to sort of keep control of things. Absolutely,
and it keeps, I mean, I'm not the most organised either. I'm notoriously bad at sort of, I have one big clean up every week, and but I'm notoriously bad at putting things and then I don't know where I've put them.
Yeah.
I'm notoriously bad at that, and you wouldn't want to do that with, like, you know, your sterling silver, your gemstones. So yeah, they are absolutely invaluable. Now they do come with, of course, the closable clasp. I'm not going to tell you how to use it, but obviously show you all the different features. Lots of reviews. Gaynor is saying, I can't get enough of the storage from JewelleryMaker. Yeah, the quality is there. If you don't want to use these little panels, they do actually just lift out like so. So you can make bigger compartments. You can make an entire compartment. This can be a lunchbox if you wanted it to be. It can be anything for you, for the gents in our lives. For example, my Tom's got lots of tools, so he'd love this. He also does lots of food prep because he's into his gym, so this would be fantastic for his food prep. I mean, there's so many different functions and practicalities of them, and of course it is good quality plastic. If you thinking that's a weirdly constructed sentence, there is a relevance to it, because not all plastic you can actually use with every single medium in jewellery making. This you can. This you actually absolutely can. So polymer clay, for example, can actually eat into the plastic. Certain plastics it won't within this. Straight away, I'm not surprised Mary's bought 3, Kathy's bought 2. We've got multi buyers up and down the UK. Telephone bidders, I can see you all there, because they stack up beautifully. They also fit lovely in our tote bag.
And you can see what's in them as well.
And you can see what's in them.
So you haven't got to go rooting through all the boxes and open every box to see what's in there. And a lot of us crafters, we do jewellery making, but maybe we do card making and that sort of thing as well. Paper crafting, so it's great to store your little toppers in there, or your glues and all your bits and pieces. So it goes across all the crafts.
It really does.
But outside the crafts as well, anything that needs storage.
Yeah, you think about your tool shed and things like that. Yeah. Absolutely, you need places for your nuts and bolts. And another tip from the lovely Angela: you can use these because they are rigid. They're not flimsy plastic. They are really solid. You can actually use these to create those dimensions and heights when you're displaying your jewellery. Also, let's bring that price tag in for you. £3.95. £3.95 is a super affordable price tag. I'm waiting for somebody to, because I think that the actual shape of these is lovely and it's the right size for a perfect clutch bag. So I'm waiting for someone to maybe adorn it in gemstones in some way.
It's a great idea.
I think that'd be a lovely clutch bag.
Yeah, because you've got the structure of it there.
Yeah.
So that'd be quite easy to do as well. That's a great idea. I might do something. Have a go at that.
Yeah. See, now, Kim, you just totally didn't embrace that idea at all, did you? Kim just went, what, you're going to take your plastic bead box on a night out? No!
But you wouldn't know, would you?
You wouldn't know, because it's all covered in... Maybe I would use, I don't know, some felt or some satin or something like that, and then... I don't know, you can put your zari thread and your gemstones. See, Jan's with me.
I get it.
Our Kim, she's laughing at me. I think it'll be a really nice idea. You wait, I'm going to do it. See, look, it's that right size. It's not just a plastic storage box. Imagine it covered in gemstones. How many people have got a gemstone handbag? How many people, Jan?
Yeah.
Can you do that? You need to sell one in
We'll have a go. I'm going to go at that.
And it could be nuggets, couldn't it, as well? Yeah. So it's a bit more affordable. Pretty much everybody is multi-buying. Well done, well done, well done, well done. £3.95 only. Congratulations to you. Okay. Speaking of displays, Jan, do you use all different colours for your displays?
Yeah, black and white.
Black and white.
Yeah. for me.
And there is a reason for black and white, because if you think about it, very limited in stock, by the way, so I need to get a jiggle on. Black and white, because basically they are the most complimentary of all your gemstones. These are really quality. When I worked in the jewellery establishment, this was the display busts that we used to use, and you'd see, you know, Cartier, Bulgari, Piaget jewellery on display stands like this. They are wipeable. Just a simple baby wipe will actually get these if you get any finger marks on them. Graduated, so you can display all different shapes, all different sizes rather, but also multiples on there as well. You do get all 5. It's limited in stock. We should be bringing them to you at £6.95. Lowest price point though being brought to you, not £6.95. Every penny, every pound counts. Included with the 1 postage and packaging, £5.95. I know I used to pay more than that at a wholesale price for these.
Yeah. I've got these and the black that we do as well. So I, as you say, I use the black and the white, depending on what gemstone and what colour wire I'm using. So in my display at the hotel, I've got lots of this. I sell lots of rings. And these are just a brilliant way of displaying them. And even if you're not selling, if you've got them on your dressing table, and I think it was Angela that said she keeps one by her kitchen sink. So when she's washing up, she takes the ring off, puts it on there. You're not going to lose it, are you?
That's a really, really good idea.
So,
yeah, it's safe and secure. Yep. A great idea. And also on your dressing table or by your bedside cabinet, it's a really great idea. Instead of just popping them on the side, you know, you can actually have something to put them on to look after. Really great idea, that. Well done. It is going to sell out. Well done. Do check out if you're with me. It's low in stock, that, so it's first come, first serve. And of course, lowest ever price point. Now, I'm hugely excited to be bringing you this next star buy. Brand new, never been seen previously before, and it just defines the quality of this gorgeous gemstone. Labradorite, a phenomenal gem. You can have various different qualities, as you can with all of Mother Nature's incredible treasures. But this to me is like like 4 A's before a tanzanite. This to me is like a D before a diamond. This is like, I don't know, papradacha to a sapphire. It's exciting, and it's very, very, very rarely seen. How often do you see the full spectrum of colours within labradorite? Very seldom. Well, you're about to in this next star buy. I don't think I need to give any introduction whatsoever. I know that those of you that absolutely adore a visual gemstone, that love to see colour, love to see beauty, love to see movement, this is going to appeal to you. Now, firstly, I have got multiple labradorite cabochons before me, totaling that 750 carats. However, the quality of every single one of them, look, as I influence it to the light, every single one is displaying labradescence at its best. Look. Fantastic quality. Look at the full spectrum. Let's show you another one, shall we? Show you another one. Just randomly, I'm going to pick up your labradorite, so you can actually, on the back I'm seeing labradescence as well, just leaning up towards you so the light can actually be, can glide across the surface. Look at the, oh! Wow, that is the, do you notice how everybody here in the studio just stopped and kind of took a sudden intake in breath? You don't see those violets or pinks in this gemstone. It's referring to the distance of wavelengths that the distance of the colour has to actually reflect and transfer back to the actual eye. It's the rarest colour to actually visually see in a labradorite is those pinks and purples. That's incredible. Wait, there's more, mind. Every single one of these is bringing you exciting and exceptional quality. Every single one, various different shapes, various different sizes. 750 carats is, oh, look, again, you're seeing those purples, aren't you? Again, you've got those blush pinks in here, full spectrum. Look at that, look at that rainbow across the center. That's incredible, isn't it? That is literally like the Northern Lights, isn't it? Like the Northern Lights within. So incredibly visual, this gorgeous gemstone. And I can go on and on and on. You can just use Some of the finest grade. Wow, look at the golds. So see all the different colours that you get within this Phenomena gemstone? You can almost see the layering and how this gemstone has actually formed. Absolutely fascinating. Well done to every single one of you that has been successful already. This had to be a star buy. It's certainly some of the finest Labradorite that I have ever seen. The displays that you are getting, the amount, the abundance of colours that you are seeing. Wow, look at this. It's a full horizon, isn't it? Full horizon of natural Labradorite. It's so rare to see Labradorite with all those colours, but also of this substantial size. Now, it's always been one of your firm favourites here at Jewellery Maker. I highly doubt today is going to be any different. Look at this photograph. You can see just with, I mean, this is not light trickery. There's just light influenced, influence the gemstone. So this is more of an accurate description of what you'll see when it's out in natural daylight. And look at the different colours. Don't you find that Labradorite can look almost unrecognisable when it's got all of that colour, all of that light on it? It looks like a completely different gemstone. This is one of the smaller ones here, so I'm showing you all the different variations of sizes. What's your favourite colour to see in Labradorite, Jan?
Well, we looked at them earlier, didn't we?
We did.
And we were sort of cooing over them, and every single one we picked up had lots of, but there's a few in there who've got that really pink. They've got like full rainbow in there, haven't they?
Just amazing,
they
isn't it?
They are beautiful.
Oh,
they are stunning.
That is incredible. I mean, the fact, this is almost bordering on your sort of amalite, isn't it? Where you have got the full colours.
I don't think I've seen Labradorite with that much colour in them.
Not with the purple, the amount of purple that you've got here.
And the amount of them that have got that purple in there.
Yeah, it's not just one.
Is it? No.
I'm picking up multiples and they have all got that, gorgeous colour. Yeah, I've seen pink, but this is a very definite purple, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And all I'm doing is just moving this ever so slightly, leaning it up towards the light so you can see that gorgeous colour. Imagine what it's going to be. I mean, there's no natural light here in the studio, so imagine what it's going to be when you actually get this home. Incredible. Straight away, loads of you there. Yeah, we have been cooing over these. I've seen Labradorite on many occasions. However, this simply has to be some of the finest that I've seen ever. Wow, look at that. That's very dramatic, isn't it? Very dramatic. Gorgeous displays of colour. Let me move this one down so you can see multiples of them. Gorgeous displays of colour. Wow, what an impact. And totally and utterly natural. How does this phenomena occur? It is the tiny inclusions in this gemstone that trap and play with the light, that bring you that incredible phenomena. It's enchanting, it's fascinating, it's spellbinding, and it is loved by our Jewellery Maker customers. Let's bring that price tag in, because already 50% of the stock has gone. I'm not in the least bit surprised by that. Let's bring another one. That's quite moody and dramatic, isn't it? That's almost like the northern lights behind sort of a woodland. Hang on a minute, $24.95. I'd pay that for one of these. Look at how many you're getting. I'd pay that for one of these. Do you agree, Jan?
For definite. They are absolutely beautiful.
The quality and the consistency. I'm not just holding up. I'm literally randomly picking them up and showing you.
Wow, look at that.
You don't know what shapes and sizes you're going to get. We guarantee the carat weight and obviously this gorgeous quality. $24.95. $24.95 in this gorgeous gemstone. Yeah, my good friend Alex he actually bought a Labradorite, and it was in a big boulder, a very big display. It's displayed on his mantelpiece, or certainly it was last time I was around, and the Labradescence was just incredible. But from recollection, it didn't have the purples that what you're seeing in here, and I know he had to invest in that Labradorite. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's never going to lose money, and it is absolutely exquisite, but 750 carats, where you have got these abundance of colours, it just staggers me. And not just a pink, but a definite purple, a very definite purple. I'm trying to hold as many of these up as I can at any one time. Look at those, so beautiful. It's so rare and unusual, given the fact that we here have probably seen thousands of different Labradorites in our time, and this, I'm going to ask Ollie, who's been here probably Ollie, how long have you worked for Jewellery Maker? 4.5 years. So, you've seen a lot of Labradorite in your time. Ollie, would you say this is some of the best? You've seen pink, he says. I've never seen purple. So, yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Well done. It's going to be a sellout. Congratulations to every single one of you. That's amazing. Don't you think, Jan?
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And at that price, for me, one of those would pay for the whole lot.
Yeah.
You make a pendant, you're gonna charge more than that for one pendant.
Can you imagine the attraction that they're going to get? Can you imagine?
Centre, you're doing a craft fair, put a selection of those in the centre of your craft store. Look beautiful.
Can you imagine? And maybe just get a spotlight. You know, you can buy relatively cheaply a spotlight, just one direct light source on it, and almost just move it ever so slightly. Can you imagine the draw that's going to get? Fabulous. Anyway, got to move on. Oh, I love this combination. Here's one for you, Jan. You're going to adore this. I adore it too. Look at the quality of these pearls. Cultured pearls. The shape is lovely, and the colour. It's kind of that mixture between your baby blue and silver. Really exquisite, but a consistency of shape, a uniformity of shape. I would personally just restrand these, and maybe with a knot in the centre, just because they are so exceptional.
Wow, look at them.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? You're getting both as well. 5 by 6 millimetres is their dimensions, but I can't actually visually see that 1 millimetre difference, especially when they're actually here. So lay across the back of my hand. You can imagine them around the décolletage. Are you going to visually see that 1 millimetre difference? Now, I hope I've got enough of these to go around. If you manage to get hold of that yellow gold sterling silver findings pack bundle, if you manage to get hold of that, this is the kind of gemstones that we talk about, Jan, that you'd want to use with those.
Yes, for definite. And those finding packs, as I said earlier, I use those with my pearls and my sort of high-end gemstones. And for me, I'll be using them with these. And with those, I'll just knot them, or restrand them. Perhaps with the gemstones we had earlier, the emerald strand that we had, emeralds and sapphires, just intersperse those. They would look beautiful as well. I think I have to forget what necklaces I've put on actually. I think I've got a pink pearl with multicolour sapphire in.
I've seen that, but you wear that before.
I wear it quite a lot. So for me, having the different colours there throughout that silver pearl would look beautiful.
Can you imagine if you got this on and also the ruby and the emerald and the sapphire pendant, strand earlier, which was what, £12.95. Yeah. Can you imagine one of these with sapphires intermittently dotted?
Beautiful.
In between those sort of silvery blues. That would look amazing, wouldn't it? That sort of, you could even graduate the sapphire colours, so have the lighter to the darker in the centre. Yeah.
And again, that's a simple technique, something that someone starting in jewellery making could do relatively easily. But then the product is, you've got a genuine pearl necklace with precious gemstones in there.
Absolutely, without shadow of a doubt. Imagine it with tanzanite. I mean, the quality of these pearls, I would, this is all personal, and this is only our suggestion. We're not saying you have to, obviously, but I would certainly be thinking you have your high-end caliber gemstones. Here we go, maybe a little bit controversial. I'm thinking, take one of those labradorites that you've just seen, wire wrap it in some gorgeous silver wire with a bale, and actually loop it onto. If you restrand one of these pearls, can you imagine that as a pendant on the bottom there?
That'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? Because you've got all that phenomenal of the labradorite, but then the pearls as well have got all those different colours coming off as well. They'd really complement each other really well.
I'd love that. That is most definitely a piece I would buy. If this was the necklace and then you had a labradorite of that calibre suspended from it, that would just be incredible. Yeah. Caroline, Julie, Paula, hello to you, Viv. Northumberland, you're with me as well. Julie in Wiltshire, congratulations to you. Love the colour, love the dimensions, love the uniformity and the consistency. You can really see the quality. We are going straight down both of these, not just one, and like I said, quality, quality, quality. $14.95. Our graphics did not want to bring that price tag in just then. It was literally kind of digging its heels and saying, no, that's too low. And believe me, we do get warning signs sort of flash up. I say we. Kim has sort of warning signs flash up in terms of the price points. It's built into the systems when we are going too low. And this is one of those occasions, Jan. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? When you've been working with pearls as long as we have, This is obviously not a reflective price point.
No.
I'm not just talking, here at JewelleryMaker we bring you amazing prices, but if you took this outside of this establishment and tried to eradicate the complacency that we can have, we can get complacent, can't we?
We can.
You would expect this to be what, 3 figures?
3 figures easily.
I would as well.
Yeah. I mean, if I was restranding them, with the strand that we said earlier, or not in them, using some of the sterling silver that we had earlier, for me, it's a 3-figure necklace.
Without shadow of a doubt?
100, 120 pounds worth necklace. That's what I would sell it for in my outlet. So for me, you've got the 2 there, so yeah. It's not difficult to do the maths, really.
It's not really, is it? $14.95, which means that you could get a possible return of 240, going by the figures that Jan has just said. And we're not being unrealistic, Jan, are we? You do actually sell your pearl necklaces for those kind of prices. I wouldn't stand here and say I would sell it for £120 if I wasn't already doing that. No. And I do that. And I realise that not everybody can do that. And, you know, everywhere you go is different. But even if you restrand that and sold it for sort of... £50, then, still amazing. You're still making a good markup. Good return, absolutely. Or even, you know what, if you're restranding it and making it for yourself, you know, if you love pearls, making it for yourself, we know that this is a valuable gemstone and it is obviously very precious. Well done. Do stay where you are. Just because I move on doesn't mean that you haven't been successful. Stay on those phone lines. Because I'm going to bring you, in fact I'm going to keep them with me because I'm going to bring you another bundle of pearls, and I think if you can, the 2 together, that would be just sensational. Oh, this is beautiful. I love the fact that you've got a slightly, I've only got less than 50 of these available, and they are a little bit more limited. You've got 3 strands, but they're a slightly daintier size. Not tiny by any stretch of the imagination, but a slightly daintier size, and I'll give those dimensions a little bit more vintage-like, aren't they? The light grey or silver, I would refer to them, are 4 by 5 millimetres, and again, the white is 4 by 5 millimetres, and then the Baroque pearls, which these ones here on the outside, are actually 6 by 4, so a slightly different dimension, but you can see they work and complement perfectly. If I bring that bundle back in that I've just literally brought you earlier, just how stunning is that as a combination, as a collection? I mean, that to me is a boutique kit, a very, very high-end selection of obviously your genuine cultured pearls. It is your luxury pearl trio, white, silver I would refer to these as, rather than your grey personally, and I again would be re-knotting these, layering them up. The fact that they are that smaller size means that you can make slightly daintier designs, or you could, they're perfect for earrings. Channel setting.
Channel set. They look great. I use the smaller pearls for channel setting. Yeah, love it. I love them. Absolutely love them. They're gorgeous. So pretty. So
if you got this bundle, Jan, you would think about channel setting?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's the bow design on the
DVD.
On the DVD, and I use pearls of sort of that sort of size. So, but yeah, perfect.
And by the way, we are bringing that channel set a DVD that Jan launched on Christmas Day a little bit later on, and it does what the bow design that Jan's referring to is in on that as well. Yeah, if you think about going through all the different eras, not royalty, grandparents, great grandparents, etc. Whether they be in terms of the design, I'm not necessarily talking about sort of cultured, freshwater or synthetic. That layered design in particular was very, very on trend, and you do need a slightly smaller size to actually sort of create that layered look, or it was more preferable, wasn't it, I suppose. Lots of you already there. Let's bring that price tag in for you. So 5 by 4 approximately in terms of the millimetres, dimensions. People multi-buying, I'm not surprised. That's less than £5 per strand. So you can get both of those bundles for less than £30. That's a lot of pearls.
And the smaller pearls as well are great. If you want to do a piece that's just pearl, then, you know, interspersing the larger pearls with the smaller ones, having the smaller ones as basically as a spacer.
That's a very posh spacer.
Very, very posh spacer, but it looks beautiful. I mean, with the silver pearls that you just had, to use
Oh,
the white
they'd be
ones in
amazing,
between,
wouldn't
would
they?
look gorgeous.
With the aquamarine that you've got coming up in the next next kit.
Yeah, perfect.
With the blue labradorite, they'd look incredible. I mean, because they're that silvery and white colour, they match so much, don't they? They complement so much. Tons of you there. Carol, Jenny, Jane, hello to you. Marilyn, Sue Ann, hello to you. Yorkshire, Jane, Margaret, Susan, Sheila, Sue. Lots of S's this morning. Good morning. Carol in Hampshire, you're with me as well. Wrexham, you're there. London, you're with me. West Midlands, you're with me. Lots of new buyers. It's a busy morning for us all. Who doesn't love pearls? I absolutely adore them. Always have, always will. Always, always will. And I think that, and it is Coco Chanel who said that they're always appropriate. They are, aren't they? Whether it's, you know, just sort of knocking about, popping to the shops, whichever, pearls will always look amazing. Or sort of the most high-end red carpet glamorous event. Pearl, I can't construct a sentence, John. Hang on a minute. I was going to say, Pearl, what are you doing? Kim, what are you doing? $11.95.
I don't know what to say to that.
How many, roughly, or approximately how much of a strand would you have used in your bow channel setting, that piece there, which is on the DVD, if you're wondering how to create this?
Not half, I wouldn't think.
Not half a strand?
Not half a strand, no. So for me, from one strand, you get 2 of those pendants, and then you've got what's left over, you can make earrings with them.
Absolutely incredible. So you're saying you can get 2 of those out of one strand?
Yeah.
So that's 6 of those designs?
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Potentially?
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
And we can even bring you the DVD as well to learn how to do that. Stunning. Well done, well done. Okay, I've got one more opportunity and then we're going to be moving to the Wall of Fame. What hour, sorry?
Ooh.
Oh. Do you know what? I haven't seen Amethyst and I don't know how long. And it goes back to what I was referring to a couple of weeks ago. Have you noticed that Amethyst, we've either got loads of it or none? Have you noticed that, John?
Yeah. Yeah, because we don't see it for ages, do we?
No.
Seems to go and then comes back again.
That's because the quality that you're about to see right now, obviously, it's the most sought after. You think of all the different jewellers in the world that are trying to get hold of Amethyst, and it was the Telegraph that once wrote about, you know, Purple Rain and the fact this gemstone was returning to its rightful reign. Chopard, Bulgari, Van Cleef & Arpels, Kiki McDonald, all big designers that are using quality like this and all desperately seeking some of the finest quality. It's that rich, intense purple that we long for. In this strand, you've got that lovely display of tones from your Rose de France, one of the most poetic sounding gemstones, Rose de France amethyst, and also that combination of your very rich and intense sort of Zambian hue that is so sought after. And of course, if it is from the Gemfields mine, I'm not saying it 100% is, but if it is from the Gemfields mine, then it means it's going into Fabergé jewellery, amongst others. But yeah, it's either here or we've got none, because as one of the world's leading buyers of coloured gemstones, and we absolutely are, because you think how much we buy, all of the different trade fairs that we go to, how many different connections that we've got around the world. If anyone's going to be able to bring it, it will be us. But Amethyst, incorrectly sometimes, is actually thought of as a fruitful gemstone, and it's not. It's really, really not. 190 carats in these gorgeous drums. I would simply restrand this with a couple of silver spacer beads in between them, as, of course, a stretchy bracelet, you know, kind of like fleur.
Yeah, yes.
Fleur design.
Look beautiful with that. I mean, the wire that we've got coming up in the next kit, I think that antique bronze and the amethyst look beautiful together.
That would look amazing together.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah, love
10 by 8 millimetres straight away, lots of web bidders making those confirmations. So again, I literally have got all web bidders with me currently, and it is just currently, because you can see the price point, isn't it? That's what it is. I can read, Kim, like a book. I can, oh, you can see the should-be price. Apparently we're not even stopping there. I can read, Kim, like a book. I can, Kim. I can. You're not predictable. I think that's the wrong word, but you are. You do wear your heart on your sleeve. So Kim, I don't know what you're taking these to. But the fact that everybody that's with me making confirmation is all web-based, so far, anyway, I should add, tells me that you are going to a redonkulous price point. If it should be $6.95. Ollie, I know, we're right to laugh, aren't we? Should be $6.95. Do you know, there's 99 of these available. It is a clearance price point. See? One in each ear, in an earring.
Not going to be $4.95.
No, not for Amethyst, February's birthstone.
Like I said, Amethyst is really popular. Purple as a colour is really popular.
It is.
And people know Amethyst. So if you're giving it as a gift, people are going to recognise it for what it is.
Of course they are.
If you're selling it, people are going to recognise it. So it's a winner.
Do you know what? The first piece of jewellery I actually bought myself, where I saved, because I think it started early 20s, so we're going back quite a few years now. I'm 37 now, but I was early 20s. The first piece of jewellery that I bought myself was an amethyst and diamond ring, which was kind of cushion cut, and yeah, it was in 18 karat gold. But I had staff costs then. I saved and saved and saved and saved and saved for this. Have a guess how much it cost me? Staff cost, mind. It definitely wasn't £6.95. £800. £800, and I'm going back to when I was in my early 20s. £800. The retail price, I can remember it then, was £1,850. I loved it, and I still love it. Yeah, it had diamonds on there. Yeah, it was 18 karat gold. But it wasn't even that good a quality amethyst.
These are beautiful.
Hindsight, I didn't know as much as I do now about amethyst. I just love the pretty colour of purple. I didn't realise you want that really intense purple or the rose de France. The fact you're getting both of those in this strand is amazing. But yeah, hindsight, I paid way over the odds for it. Way over the odds. £4.95, incredible, well done, well done, well done. Sorry, Kimbo, I was not listening to you at all then. Right, yes, we've got so much coming your way, including your Wall of Fame. Lovely Kim was talking to me then, and I was just like, getting involved in the amethyst. Now, we have got a really exciting strand of zircon coming your way. This wonderful gemstone, you've got an intensity of cognac colours. Stunning quality, and over the Christmas period I was watching, it was an advert which was on the television, and I got steam literally came out of my ears, because one thing that really annoys me, and unfortunately some companies do seem to get away with, is misleading the great British public or the public around the world. And in gemstones, because it is quite scientific, unfortunately it is often done. So you know that with us here at JewelleryMaker, you are buying from a reputable and an ethical company. We will tell you everything that you need to know, and they are absolutely genuine gemstones. I was watching an advert, and I won't say who it was, but an advert who was misleading customers, broadcast, saying that that a cubic zirconia was basically, it was making out it was a zircon, and it was a zircon gemstone, and they are worlds apart. One is fake, one is the oldest gemstone on this entire planet. This strand is really going to excite you. It is very high end. You can see the quality, you can see the refraction, you can see the beauty. It's coming your way as a star buy this morning, so I'm delighted, and it's a real honour and privilege to be able to bring you this gemstone, because I am in awe of it when I'm in its presence. So much more to bring you, including the Wall of Fame, so don't go anywhere. Lovely to have your company this Saturday morning. I hope you are well. More inspiration from the gorgeous Jan after this.
There are two easy ways you can purchase from JewelleryMaker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker. Did you know when you book on a JewelleryMaker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our JewelleryMaker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
We here at JewelleryMaker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with JewelleryMaker FIFO reviews.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from JewelleryMaker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the JewelleryMaker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on JewelleryMaker. Simply search JewelleryMaker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at JewelleryMaker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on JewelleryMaker.
The JewelleryMaker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com or you can post your photos to JewelleryMaker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
Join guest designer Gemma Crow as she brings you a fascinating DVD that teaches you how to create all of your important findings that are essential to everybody's collection. Gemma will take you through step by step to create all of your finishing touches that bring your pieces to life, essential for all jewellery makers. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
A moment to just absorb the quality of this stunning, stunning, stunning zircon strand. Notice how big and substantial each of those beautiful briolette cuts. They're just so rare to see. This is a gemstone which is favoured by many jewellers and actually chosen up and above, beyond diamonds in many cases, to use as accenting gemstones or as the main focal point, either or, because it is an exciting gem. When we say, and we do sometimes, I'm certainly guilty of it, and I've been pulled up on it in the past with bosses, I don't mind admitting. When we actually say, okay, this gemstone is doubly refractive or highly refractive, this gemstone has got amazing diaphanity, sometimes I have to remind myself, yeah, what does that mean? Not everybody knows exactly what double refraction means. Well, zircon is one of the fewest one of the fewer gemstones in the world that will bring you double refraction. So as light enters into this gemstone, it splits those rays of light. Imagine white light entering in. Believe it or not, this is a question on the GIA. What do you need to actually see colours? And it's basically a person. Yes, I know. You need to have an observer, as they class it. You need to have an object, and you need to have white light. That's actually a question on the GIA exams. So as you actually look into the object, in this case the actual zircon, that white light going into the gemstone will then sort of bounce around internally. Imagine sort of those white rays of lights ricocheting around all the facets, and then as it disperses, dispersion, another name that you actually hear in the gemstone world, as it disperses from the exterior of the gemstone, you don't just see a rainbow of colours, a colour spectrum once, like you would do in a diamond. It splits it, so you're going to see that dispersion, that fire, twice over. So this is a really visual gemstone, and the bigger they are, which these most certainly are, the more fire that you are going to see. They are some of the biggest amounts, the biggest carat weights, individual solitaires of zircon that I've ever seen. You've got very definite papradacha-esque hues within. I mean, look how they're holding on to the light. Look at the bottom of that one. Can you see that one in the centre? Look how it's holding on to the light. Incredible amounts of scintillation, of brilliance, of lustre, of fire. This is the biggest carat weight of zircon we believe. Is that right? That we have got, rather, on the web entirely. And I'm not surprised by that. I mean, just look how substantial those pear cuts are. And every single one of them, it's not just the ones in the centre, the ones even on the ends of these strands, and they're double-stranded as well, so you can see they're packed on there, are really carrying a big, rare and exciting, substantial carat weight. I mean, I would certainly be using this rarely and scarcely. I would certainly hold it in the same esteem as zircon. I do. It's in my top 5 of favourite gemstones in the world. I find it as exciting as your Paraiba tourmalines, as your Alexandrite. It's not a colour change gemstone, but it is certainly rare. The sole reason why this gemstone is not marketed in the same way that diamonds are is because it simply doesn't have the quantity. I was referring to that advert earlier on, which really sort of rubbed my fur up the wrong way. I was kind of thinking, gosh, that's so unethical, because the brand, and I will keep quiet about it, but the brand was marketing a cubic zirconia in the same way that a zircon is, basically saying that a cubic zirconia, which is man-made. Listen, I'm not saying there's not a place for cubic zirconia. I'm not saying that, but it's not as rare, it's certainly not as valuable that a genuine zircon gemstone is, created by Mother Nature, 4.4 billion years old. That's what really sort of rubs my fur up the wrong way. Not everybody, I get it, can afford genuine gemstones, but then I'm going to say, I guess you haven't actually discovered Jewellery Maker as of yet. Straight away we have got, and I'm not going to say jewellery makers, I'm going to say connoisseurs on those phone lines that are looking for the biggest carat weight in this breathtaking gemstone. You've got that very distinctive cognac, chocolatey hue, a graduation of, so actually you've got a combination of your cognac to your champagne, to your chocolatey colours, all of the fire, the richer colours. You're not going to lose that intensity of fire, quite the opposite in actual fact. Well done, Leslie, Sheila and Martin, Mary, London, congratulations to you. Dorset, you're with me on the phone lines, already busy. I would just take one of those, maybe if you've got, oh gosh, I can't believe I'm about to say this, use diamonds as an accent because of the quality of the zircon. If you got the diamond strand with me yesterday on New Year's Day, just take a couple of those diamonds and actually accent the zircon. Would you agree, Jan?
Just one of those with maybe the diamond on, maybe the chain that we had earlier, that silver chain would look phenomenal, wouldn't it? A pair of earrings. Gorgeous.
Just be incredible, wouldn't it? Look at that quality. There's no gemstone in terms of, if you were to take this out into just a gorgeous summer's day, that's what I always imagine with zircon, because that's when I've got a lot of zircon in my own collection, and it particularly comes out in sort of in nice days, not necessarily the summer, but where the sun is out, just because you see that full spectrum of fire. We're going to have to bring this price in because it is going to fly, and again, all web bidders. Sorry, Mary, you were there as well. We've got loads and loads and loads of web bidders already making those confirmations. The biggest size in terms of individual carat weights, we should be bringing this to you. This is going to shock you. Apparently it should be $27.95. I was expecting this to be sort of a $79.95, $89.95 price point. Do you agree, Jan?
Yeah, for definite.
For the quality and size of the zircon, and the fact that these are totally and utterly natural, not even heat treated. Not $27.95 this morning. Grab it whilst you can. What a great way to start the new year, 2016, with the oldest gemstone on the entire planet. Certainly one of the most beautiful at $19.95. That is a massive price drop. The fact that I am saying I would take some of my diamonds to accent the quality of these, just one of those zircons, hopefully is indicating the calibre and quality. Web bidders, congratulations. Frank, Heather, Susan, London, Yorkshire, Tracy, you've got Angela there, Alison, Mary, Christine, hello to you, Magali, I hope I pronounced that right, Beverly, Leslie, you've done it, Lynn in Hertfordshire. Telephone bidders, you can still do it. How are we doing in terms of quantity, Kimbo? We've got a good quantity, but there's a lot of you on those phone lines and on the web as well. It's got a very distinctive paprikacha-esque sort of tone, hasn't it? It's that combination. It's that combination between sort of champagne and a sort of wonderful Saharan sunset. One of the rarest colours and most sought-after colours to get hold of in the gemstone world is that paprikacha sort of Saharan sunset hue. At that price tag, that's one of the biggest reductions I could possibly imagine for the biggest carat weight of zircon that we have available currently here at Jewellery Maker. Tracy, Barbara, Christine, you've done it. Dawn, Stephanie, Susan, London, Teresa, hello to you. Elka, I hope I've said that right. Patricia, Angela, you've done it. Web bidders, do check out them as soon as you possibly can. If you adore your zircon as much as I do, and it is in my top 5. It's most definitely in my top 5 of favourite gemstones. I'm a diamond girl as well. I love, love, love diamonds, but I adore zircon for the fact that it is so much rarer than a diamond, especially of this size, especially of this colour, especially at this price tag. Now, if you love this, if you're loving this, and I was saying just a couple of accenting gemstones either side, maybe you haven't got diamonds of yet, not to worry, because I think we're about to give you an opportunity to get something better. Not better than diamonds, I'm not saying one gemstone's better than the other, but in terms of a design, which I think will work better. I'm about to bring you 2 strands. These aren't faceted, and they are much smaller, admittedly, but will work beautifully as accenting gems of zircon in their rough nuggets. Oh, look. I have 144 of these, of this bundle. Just 2 of those, Jan. Oh. Surrounding one of those. Wouldn't it look incredible? Imagine those on the earrings.
Amazing. That's so beautiful. And like you say, together, that's so beautiful. I've not seen rough nuggets, I don't think, of zircon. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I'm trying to think. I don't see it very often. I'm trying to think the last time that I had zircon was, I think they were rondelles. I think you're right, Jan.
I don't ever recall seeing. No. But they are beautiful. The sparkle on them, it's gorgeous. And with that strand that you've got there,
they'd be incredible, gorgeous, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible along with one another. Look, I'm going to use that word again, exquisite, classy, sophisticated.
That's exactly what it is, isn't it? It's elegant and sophisticated, and it's right up there, isn't it?
I look at these colours and I think of a glass of champagne. I think of, the bubbles, the fizz, the sparkle, and whenever you think of champagne, well, me personally, I think of luxury, special occasions. I think of, do you know what I mean? It's an investment, maybe, because I don't know, I can't splash out on champagne or anything like that, but it is that luxurious...
High end, isn't it?
High end, absolutely.
End, yeah.
And those colours again are bringing me that reminiscence. Now I'm going to take this one strand that you've just seen out for a second so I don't confuse anybody. Just so beautifully visual. Jan, you're absolutely right. I've not seen zircon in its nuggets, in nugget form, which means it's just very organic. These will quite possibly have come off, I don't know, maybe some of the world's most finest zircon pieces, pre-faceting, still keeping hold of that quality, but maintaining their very organic shape. You are getting both. You're getting a double luxury opportunity, this beautiful duo of double refraction. Now, I don't believe that what we are about to do has ever been done before. Kim and I are a little bit nervous about this. Look at the web though. Kent, Suffolk, Northamptonshire, Mary, Yorkshire, Susan, Babs. Oh really? Guess what, web bidders? You can't even see the price that we're even going to. I am a bit anxious about this, Jan.
No, I want to know that.
2 strands, the oldest gemstone on the planet, totally and utterly natural. Your finger was going then.
I don't know, but
do you know, Jan,
that.
isn't it funny? We've all got little reactions, haven't we? I do this when I'm nervous. Straight away, my hand goes up to my mouth. Jan does this.
Yeah, I do. Start tapping.
You start tapping. I've noticed it.
Yeah.
And we've worked with each other enough now to start seeing these kind of... Imagine this in your channel setting.
Would look beautiful. Would
look
phenomenal,
my goodness.
Wouldn't it? And they are beautiful.
The reality, at £8.95, we have 144. Loads of you choosing to multi-buy. You could use this zircon as accents to anything. Emerald, sapphire, ruby, diamonds. You can use them to accent pearls. You can use them to accent your amalite. You can use them to tanzanite. Absolutely. You can use them exclusively in an individual piece on their own, and that's what I would do. My 5 top favourite gemstones in the entire world, and yes, they do alter from time to time, but probably one of the most my top 5 which are consistently in my brain. Zircon is without shadow of a doubt one of those. Why wouldn't you, Vanessa, buy 2? Jane, why wouldn't you buy 2? Why wouldn't you, another Jane, buy 2? Why wouldn't you, Diane, buy 3? Why wouldn't you, Babs? Why wouldn't you, Patricia? Why wouldn't you, Yorkshire? Hello to you, Grace. Hello to you, Tracy, Jean, Charmaine, Vanessa, Barbara, Magli. I can't physically read all the names. We had 144. That's how many we started with. Good luck with this, Kimbo. I wonder if you're going to be able to catch up with those graphics. You're going to give yourself a repetitive strain injury trying to actually catch up with that quantity. Because we're already down to at least over half the stock gone. It's got to be, hasn't it? There's still time for you to get involved, but you're going to need to have that sense of urgency. I mean, 2 strands for £8.95.
So that's what, £4.50. Somebody said to me, "Do you want a strand of zircon for £4.50?" I was like, "Yeah, how many you got?" I just don't know why you. If I was at home, for definite.
I would be multi-buying without shadow of a doubt.
They're amazing, and with pearls, they would look gorgeous.
Do you know? They would look stunning with pearls. Imagine these in a tiara. For bridal jewellery, they'd be fascinating, wouldn't they? And I'm just thinking about sort of a summer's day, day at the races, I don't know, just a picnic or something like that. Or it doesn't even have to be warm. It doesn't, just as long as there's the sun in the sky and it is actually visual. This gemstone, it looks incredible in all different lighting conditions. Under moonlight, under candlelight, it looks incredible. But just imagine it. Oh, the sparkle. Okay, Kim's saying I can't keep up anymore. I thought so. I thought that was brave of you, putting the quantity in. I'll leave that with you. Well done. Well done, well done. Is it time for our kit? I tell you what, time races when you're having fun. Time absolutely races when you're having fun. In approximately 5 minutes' time, so if you're thinking about leaving the house, don't. Just for a while, launched on Christmas Day. We still have quantity, not much. It's coming up straight after the kit, Jan's, and she was so excited about this launch. And it was huge, huge on Christmas Day. Did you cry on Christmas Day?
I did, a couple of times.
Aww.
Yeah. I was an emotional wreck on Christmas Day.
Yeah, well, I've said it before, actually, that your DVDs, you put so much into it as guest designers. You put so much into it in terms of the planning and everything, the actual creating of everything. The launch, it's a very exciting, and certainly, just sort of career-wise, has got to be, you know, it's a highlight.
And it's humbling when people bought on Christmas Day, and it's really humbling to think that people like what you do. And they want to get involved in it, and that gives you a real buzz.
I'm sure it does, but rightly so. Of course, everybody wants to learn what you do, Jan, because what you do exceptionally well.
Thank you.
Just testing your responses.
I tell you what, Amelia. I tell you what. No, don't be so. That was hilarious. What did you do? Are you all right?
I was fine, yeah. I was just getting a...
You were just getting the DVD, were you? Oh, bless you. Do you know? I happened last night. Normally I let out a funny scream when I'm startled.
Oh, I'm disappointed now.
Yeah, normally I do a ooh, ooh. When I'm startled. What? I don't know quite what went on there. Yeah, it's kind of like, do you know what it reminds me of? Catherine Tate. I am kind of like that sketch of Catherine Tate. Ooh! Anyway, now it's time for your first kit. I'm awake now, if I wasn't earlier, and this kit is absolutely beautiful. It's definitely going to be popular. The pieces, the inspiration that you've got is stunning, and it goes to show what you can, an amazing price point as well. You've got faceted gemstones of incredible quality, two which you rarely see. I'll come to those in a second, but first I want to show you all the wire that you get within this, starting with 100 metres of your 0.4 gauge. Now, essential, Jan, for
me, channel setting is my favourite thing at the moment. So the 0.4 is perfect for that. It's the essential that I use to sort of attach the gemstones to whatever frame that you've created.
And you can thread with this as well, can't you?
You can thread with it. I know Mark likes to do his rosary links with 0.4, so it's perfect to actually get a nice delicate look to it. Yeah. 0.4 for me is one of the essentials.
Absolutely, absolutely amazing. I totally agree. It's a very consistent and workable and usable gauge. But you're also getting two others with that as well, including, and these are 10mm spools. You've got 0.6mm gauge, which you can use as creating foundation. You can create incredible structure. You can double it up against one another, or you can use them individually. Now, wait. Not just your wire. You also get. How often do I get the chance to say this? Blue Labradorite. Now, don't think that you're going to be sacrificing the labradescence. Have you not seen it, Kimbo?
It's amazing.
I think you need to come into the studio. I think you need to come into the studio, Kim. She's no way. She's very camera shy. Come on, Kim. No, please. You have to. You have to. No, you can't look it on telly. No, you have to do it now. Kim, you have to. Don't you think she has to see it? Don't you think, Jan?
Yeah, for definite.
The quality is just amazing. You're going to regret that, Kim. That sounded quite dramatic, didn't it? You'll regret the day that... Oh. Now, when you actually take Labradorite and it has this intensity of colour, you would think that maybe you wouldn't see the labradescence. Oh, no. You definitely see the labradescence. This is incredible. Look at those colours. Yeah, welcome. There's all that you can wow at me now. You had the chance to be in the presence of this stunning opportunity. I'm going to hold it out. I'm going to hold it out so you can actually see all of that Labradescence. There's no sacrifices whatsoever in terms of its displays of colour. You've got pinks, you've got greens, you've got gorgeous blues. It is, when you influence a gemstone and you dye it like so, that's absolutely fine. It's not, it doesn't reflect from the price point. But I would have said that it would have been an assumption, and it would have been an incorrect assumption, granted, that maybe you'd have lost the Labradescence. Quite the contrary. I've never seen it before, Jan. I think it's breathtaking, don't you?
It's absolutely beautiful. The colour is gorgeous, but like you say, you lose none of that phenomena within the gemstone, because it's just beautiful. And that sort of that rondelle shape is gorgeous as well. Perfect for channel setting. Yeah,
and you have when you see Jan's pieces, they work amazing in the channel setting. Gorgeous. The bracelet is, I'm really eyeing up. But we're not just done with your Labradorite. We've also got an exceptional strand of your aquamarine. I mean, this is a combination of tones which just go hand in hand. Look how the aquamarine, if I just position that in the centre, look how they encourage then sort of the lighter tones, the pinks, the greens, the more sort of turquoise blues to come out of that blue Labradorite strand. I hope I've got quantity of these. Labradorite is from 7x4 up to 9x4 millimetres. We've got less than 50 of these available in the entire world. Don't forget, you have 120 metres of your wire, and also 50 carats of your aquamarine, and again they are graduated right the way up to 6x2 millimetres, and there's an intensity of colour coming through from both of those. Labradescence and that wonderful sort of midnight blue, which I absolutely adore. Fascinating. I think it's a fairly solid bet that this is going to sell out very quickly, more than likely throughout the demonstration, so we're going to bring that price tag in for you. Should be £41 and 75 pence. That's where we should be. Oh my goodness. Not 41.75. Exactly £20. See, Jan, you just did one of my little shocked ones. I normally go, oh! You did a, ooh.
That's amazing.
21.75. I'd pay that for the Labradorite.
Yeah.
I'd pay that for the aquamarine.
Yeah.
I'd pay that for the wire.
That is amazing. And the gemstones together, they look beautiful. With the antique bronze wire, they look beautiful.
They really work.
It's a really lovely combination.
Do you know, even if you're thinking, I don't usually buy, because I know not everybody does. If you're thinking right now, I don't usually buy kits, I would be buying it for the gemstones or the wire separately. You know, because you're not going to get that price tag. No. You're not going to get that price tag if you were to buy it on our website individually. We showed you the price. That's a £20 saving. And that's, I can remember when 100-metre spools of wire were around £20, let alone blue Labradorite and aquamarine. I can't remember up until... In fact, is today the first time I've ever bought blue Labradorite? It could well be, actually.
I've never had it before.
Have you ever had it before?
I don't recall ever having it before. And when I opened it, I was just, I was bowled over by it.
There's blue gemstones, which there's many of, isn't there? Labradorite, has it gone? Sold out. I'll finish my sentence, but there's sapphires, there's tanzanite, there's kyanite, there's your iolite, lots of blue gemstones, aren't there? Lapis lazuli, nothing like blue Labradorite.
This is like the best of all of those together, because you've got like the lapis blue, haven't you, in there? You've got it's like the best of all the blue gemstones you can think of, all together in one gemstone.
Sold out.
I'm not surprised, because it's beautiful.
Haven't even shown you the pieces. Don't worry, we'll obviously go over to the lovely Jan. Should we go over now? Well done to every single one of you. I'm going to take my cup of char with me as well, if that's all right, if that's okay. Now we'll show you the jewellery, and then we'll bring in the DVD. So not long to wait for that.
I really loved it. The combination of the wires, and we've got the 0.6 in there, so I've twisted it, so you get more of a structure with it. So that allows you then to use the 0.6 as a structure as well. But together, and I wanted to use the Labradorite together in numbers, especially in the bracelet. I wanted them together.
I love that bracelet.
Because they just...
That bracelet is incredible. And it goes to show when you actually bring channel setting like this, where the gemstones are up against one another, you're still seeing that labradescence. So we show you all the way around as well. This bracelet is absolutely incredible. There you've got your beautiful aquamarine, and then again you've created your own clasp using the 6mm gauge. So stunning. That's one of my favourite pieces, Jan. And then you've got, look at this. That reminds me of, I don't want this to sound insulting.
Go on.
Like a beautiful little bird's nest.
Yeah, that's not insulting.
They're like little rare bird's eggs in there.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad you weren't insulted by that. I love that. It's very, very high end and vintage looking.
But
fabulous.
again, that's the point 6. But you can get some real structure with it when you sort of mush it together. Mush it.
I love
is
that.
a technical term.
I like a bit of mushing.
Yeah.
Mushing is good. Again, you've got channels. I love mushy peas. Yeah, I do love mushy peas. Sorry, Ben just asked me that. Kim's saying no, she can't get on board with mushy peas.
Oh, yeah, with ketchup.
Oh, ketchup. No, I'm not sure about ketchup.
Oh.
See, I'm not a big ketchup person.
Mushy peas and ketchup.
I'm more of a mayonnaise myself.
Right.
More of a chips and mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's good as well.
Yeah. Ollie, you don't like mayonnaise? Oh, you don't? What, mushy peas and ketchup's grossing you out?
Oh, right. Sorry, all.
Do you know, is this anybody from Wales watching right now? Because I can remember when I used to go, out and about around Cardiff. There's a place in Cardiff called Chipali. Gosh, I'm totally going off on a tangent now, and bear with me. I used to go down to there's a place called Chip Alley. It's quite famous. It is quite famous, Chip Alley. It's all chip shops and kebab shops all down there. And yeah, I confess, we, as in the group of girls, not just me, used to have chips, mayo, gravy, and cheese.
No, that grosses me out.
It was pretty spectacular, to be fair.
Really? Chips and gravy I get. Chips and mayo I get. Chips and cheese, yeah, but together.
It's pretty spectacular. Cheese with gravy actually really works.
Really? I've not.
Yeah. Really. Anyway. They do it where? Where do they do that in Spain? Did you say Spain? Oh, Canada. Yeah, it's pretty epic. Anyway, we'll go back to Jan's designs and we'll bring the graphics in for the DVD that you did launch on Christmas Day. Every single piece that you've done here, Jan, is it all pretty much your channel setting?
Pretty much, apart from the little bird's nest and the little ring in the middle, but everything else has got channel setting in there as an element.
And it is, like you say, your new baby. You absolutely love doing it, don't you?
Absolutely love it. It's really great because you can get a real neat professional finish to a piece.
Well, it's very luxurious, and if you think about sort of jewellery retailers, channel setting has always been used. And probably, or certainly I would have imagined once upon a time, that I wouldn't be able to channel set as a jewellery maker. But actually, I've seen Jan do channel setting before. It's actually a technique which is relatively easy to actually learn with the DVD and obviously with Jan's tuition. The actual kit sold out within seconds. So let's take a wander over just so we can talk about, firstly about your DVD, because I do have it here. So those of you that weren't able to tune in on Christmas Day, understandable, we understand that there's a lot going on Christmas Day. You might have had family round, or maybe you're going to family, then you might not have been able to get involved on this opportunity. Now is your chance. Now I think this is going to be a sell-out today. This is going to be the last opportunities. We've got 550, so it's a big quantity, but I think that last final quantity is going to be gone come the end of the show, or the end of today's date. Now it includes multiple channel setting techniques, doesn't it?
It does. We show different techniques. We show sort of the standard channel setting technique, which I've used in the kit that we've had. We show like a double row, as you can see on the heart there. We show sort of like a zigzag technique, which is on the infinity pendant, because if you want to sort of make a bend in the wire, have the zigzag is an easy way of doing that. And then we show sort of like an easy technique, not a cheat, but it's an easy way to get that channel set look, but in a really, really simple way.
So in total, you've got 6 different techniques here. There's your introduction, and you've got the techniques, and you've got a shield pendant. You have got a bow pendant. a heart pendant, a scoop pendant and an infinity pendant.
Yeah, so, sorry, what I was going to say is what we do is we show the techniques first in the first section,
Mm-hmm.
and then we take those techniques and we put them into projects. So we use the techniques that we learnt in the first section on different projects.
Okay, because it will actually change, I suppose, ever so slightly.
It does. It changes the look of it slightly because, as I say, we've got like the double row, which is the heart pendant. That's a really nice. That's sort of like the standard technique, but you do it into sort of a double row of it. So there is another technique
so lovely.
to it.
And that looks like it's been made within, a cast and everything. That's absolutely stunning.
But the thing is, once you've got that channel setting technique, or the best thing to do, I would say personally, is try all of the different techniques and then choose the one that suits you best. And then once you've got that technique, and maybe you've run through some of the projects, you'll just fly with it, because you'll realise that you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely. Now, it is approximately an hour's worth of viewing here and tutorials with the lovely Jan. You've been asking for it for I don't know how long, months and months and months and months and months.
I had so much fun putting it together.
Oh, bless you.
And I had so much fun filming it as well, and it's a real joy to do the DVDs.
I know how proud you are, and already loads of you getting involved. We had 550. Not anymore, nowhere near that quantity. I'm guessing that there will be quite a few viewing right now who are thinking, I didn't get a chance to tune in on Christmas Day, so I'd have missed this DVD launch and will desperately want to get hold of it as well. 550 is a big quantity, but not when it comes to a DVD, which has been so desired like this, £4.95. There is not just the hours viewing that has gone into a DVD like this. I mean, Janet, years of experience, years of masterminding, I suppose, and the designs. It's not something that just evolves overnight, is it? It takes months of planning to bring a DVD.
Like you say, it's sort of a build-up to the experience you've got up to that point, and the pieces that you've made up to that point. And then when we come to put a DVD together, it's sort of like, personally, what I try and do is take the best from lots of different pieces that I've made and come up with new designs and a new collection. Absolutely, and it's just stunning. I can remember in the launch, in the run-up to Christmas Day, we were talking about it, and so many messages were coming in saying, can't wait for it to get hold of this DVD. I actually think it's going to be one of the fastest selling DVDs of the last year. I actually think it is, because we certainly ordered a big quantity, so the fact that we are down to the last 550. Jill and Stephen in West Yorkshire, I'm desperately awaiting delivery of mine. Love your work, Jan, and good luck, Elle, with baby Gary. Oh, thank you. Yes, Gary in the tummy. Oh, Gary in the tummy. Baby Gary. So if I need food or anything naughty, it's not me, it's Gary. Right, yeah. That's a good one. Yes. Do you know what? You're going to love this DVD. Yeah. You are absolutely going to love it. It's so incredibly easy to follow, and I am a novice, and even I can think I can do it. Channel setting as a technique is really simple, and I think it's just having someone to give you that confidence to say, look, once you've mastered that technique, you can create pieces like this, or you can create your own pieces, you can do your own designs, but once you master the technique, you'll love it. You'll be away. And I bet you'll be as addicted to channel setting as Jan is. Yeah. And everybody else as well. Okay, so what is it that you're going to be demoing? The kit has actually sold out, but this DVD is still currently available. So which piece are you going to be demonstrating? I've got the earrings, or that little earring shape. These earrings, yeah, they're beautiful. That could be a pendant on its own. Yeah. And then in the necklace, I've actually used two of those back to back and made this. Move those out of the way. This little one here. Yeah. I've put two of those back to back and made that sort of section there. So I thought if I show that, then people can sort of use it how they want then. Absolutely. Okay. So yeah, you could just leave it like that. There's a bail on the top, isn't there? Yeah, you could just pop that onto a chain if you wanted to and just have it as a pendant. Okay, incredible. So what I've done is with the 0.6, I've actually twisted the 0.6, and I like that because I think it gives you another dimension to your design. Yeah, it does. Martha, we were all talking with Martha this morning, weren't we? And we were all saying, yeah, that's a really lovely effect. Yeah, I think twisting the wire is great. And having the amount of 0.6 that you've got in the kit, it allows you to do that. Okay. So that's brilliant. So what I've done is I've taken a length of about 15 inches of the twisted wire. Now I'm going to do on the end of one end, I'm going to actually make a little loop. So what you need to do with the twisted wire is be really quite firm with it. So you need to hold it really firmly and make that loop over. Now you need to be firm with it, because if you don't grip it tight enough, it can sort of open up. Because it's twisted, you've got the 2 pieces of wire. So we're just going to make that little loop just there.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of a bend on the wire. I'm just going to warm that up and just give a little bit of a kink on the wire there. And then I'm going to take some pliers, decide on the length that I want of my pendant or earring, and I'm going to hold it in some pliers there and just make a little bend there. Okay. So if I put that down, if I put that down, and then I'm going to make a little bit of a bend there, because I want that shape.
I love how, Jan, you actually manipulate the wire, because you kind of just tease it with your finger, don't you?
And
your index finger.
That's the thing to do. It's just sort of warm it up a little bit, and it'll do what you want. It'll do as it's told. And then what we're going to do, we're going to work out the width that we want. So if I sort of just decide I want to go to about there, and I'm going to bend back. And now what I want to do again is put that little bit of a bend on there. So now we've got the shape there. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to straighten up that little loop. Now hold it, there. Hold it so that, see, that's a bit off wonk, as Laura would say.
Off wonk.
Off wonk, a bit wonky. So you want to just square that up a little bit so that you know that that's the right shape.
Yeah.
Hold it in between your fingers there so it's not going to move, and then wrap that around once. Okay?
So neat, Jan. Your work is so neat. You know, I mean, you're making that look so simple, but I know my triangle would be like that. It would be. It would.
It wouldn't.
It definitely would.
It wouldn't.
So
It's just
practice.
Practice and confidence, I think. So what we're going to do, again, I'm just going to warm that wire so we get that nice curve coming in. And we're going to go behind that shape. So we've got that little shape there. Now we need to hold this in place. So I'm going to wrap that around there. Okay. So you need to hold it while you just pull that. So we've got that little shape there. And this is going to come across the top. So we're going to have that little section there, of which we're going to channel set the gemstones into. Okay. So again, I'm making this little bend in the wire. I'm going to hold it there, and again I'm going to wrap around. I'm going to wrap around once, and then I'm going to come back up through there. Okay. And then I'm going to bend that again. And now if you see, we've got that little channel now that we can pop the gemstones into. The gemstones now are going to be channel set into there.
Okay, at this stage then, for those of you thinking, I love twisting wire, but I really struggle to get that consistency of wire. Before Jan goes into the actual channel setting, this tool is fantastic. It's well, relatively new to us here at JewelleryMaker. And so many of the guest designers absolutely love it. Now you can really see that it is substantial, it's made to last, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It is your wire twister tool. Now, Jan, quick, if we could talk through quickly just exactly what you could and how it works. There's yours there.
If I show you on mine, when you get it, it's sort of closed like this. Okay. So what you need to do, if you squeeze that, this little lever here, this sort of with the little holes on, that slides up and down.
Yeah.
This allows you then to open the jaws. So what you would do is you would put your wire into there, close that up, and then to lock it, what you need to do is squeeze that together and pull this down. There. So now that's locked in place.
Yeah.
And then you need to secure your wire to the other end, and then hold that in the palm of your hand, pull this lever out. You can't actually, it'll come out sort of while you're holding it there. And then you let go and it turns around.
Ah, I see.
So you don't have to do it, you just pull it and it goes, and then it twists.
Yeah.
And it will twist the wire. But you need to obviously secure it at the other end. And it's a brilliant, brilliant tool. And because you've got the larger one there, actually mine's the smaller one that I'm using here. And you can do the higher gauges with it as well.
There we go. So you can actually twist those and say what gauge, what can we go up to?
Well, with that one, I mean, actually the larger one's better because you can do the lighter ones, but you can do the thicker ones as well. I mean, you can go up to, well, anything, I would
Any
think.
gauge.
Any of the gauges
Any
that we've
gauge.
got, yeah.
Even the 2mm aluminium, probably.
Yeah, for definitely.
Fantastic. If I just step out the side, way, because obviously I'm wearing black, you can actually see the size of this. It is the 9-inch wire twister. Hang on a minute, you also get the DVD coming along with this as well. So your twisted wire, we've got an hour-long tutorial here with different pieces of jewellery and inspiration. Remind me, sorry, is this with the lovely...
Me.
It's with you.
Me. Yeah.
Jan, you're just, you get everywhere.
Oh, well, you know, I try.
She gets everywhere.
I love doing this one as well. I love twisted wire.
When did this get launched?
Oh, this has been a while. I can't really remember, to be honest, but again, it was great fun to do.
I bet.
And in this one, we twist wire, and we show sort of how to make jump rings with twisted wire and hammering twisted wire, separating the strands. So there's lots of techniques. Once you've actually got your twisted wire, there's lots of other things that you can do with it. Because if you hammer it, it opens up. The little sections open up so you can sort of suspend things from it.
Love that.
You can weave into. If you have pieces of twisted wire, hammer it so you've got those gaps. Channel set then in between those.
Good idea. We will get to the channel
great.
setting as well in your tutorial. I just wanted to bring you this opportunity to get the large twisting tool and also an hour-long DVD with the lovely Jan. Busy straight away, lots of you getting involved. So you've got 2 hours opportunity of 2 hours tutorial with you today, Jan.
Poor things.
No, this is a good thing because your work is so incredibly neat. So to be able to have, in a sense, Jan in your own home, sort of talking you through every single piece. Now, the tool, given the fact that it is the larger tool, oh gosh, I look quite menacing holding it like this, but the larger tool on its own should be, and I think this is very affordable, £17 and 95 pence. Individually. Not today, though. Not £17.95. Individually.
What?
Is that a mistake, Kim? You've got the DVD as well? Wait, the DVDs are £4.95, so that means for £3 you're getting this plier.
That's got to be wrong, hasn't it?
Kim, it's okay to say that you've made a mistake, you know. It is okay to go. It is okay to go. Whoops. Listen, we're only human, aren't we? At the end of the day, it has to be Kim. Sure, how are you possibly making this? I don't know what else to say about that.
No. What can you say?
I really don't know what to say about it. The fact that this tool, we've got nearly 60 in baskets at this present moment in time, so do check out. Have we got quantity of it? 180, so yes, we have got quantity. It's the larger size, so even if you've got the smaller size, I mean, use this for if you're 2mm, 1.5mm,
yeah.
or 1mm, it'll do every different gauge.
Yeah. But it's great because we used to do the twisted wire quite a lot, but we don't do that anymore. So to be able to buy the wire and then twist it yourself, that's it. You can just
for £3?
Well, it's.
So I won't hold it up like that because I do look a little bit menacing, don't I? But £3. Yeah. I pay £7.95 for one of your DVDs, Jan, because you are ace.
Oh, thanks.
Well, you are. I think your work is so consistently neat, and it's not just me that's saying that. You all send messages in as well. I mean, this is £17.95 on its own. Stop waving a tool around, Eleanor, honestly. We'll go back to the demonstration because 180 and over 100 have gone. So for those 60 of you that might be more now, I don't know, have it in your basket, do check out as soon as you can. So you've created the structure, you've created that lovely wire twist.
We have.
Now you've got the tool, everybody.
Yep. So
and now you're going to do the channel setting.
Yeah. So we've gone across, wrapped around and come back across. So now we've created that channel in which we can start setting the gemstones. So I'm going to use the 0.4 and on the piece of wire that we've passed through, I'm going to wrap it around a couple of times. Okay, just to secure it to that piece there. Okie doke. I'm going to hold that. What I tend to do is leave a little bit of a tail on there because it just makes life easier to hold on to that so that the wire doesn't twist around too much. So now we've secured it on here a couple of times. We're going to start dropping in the gemstones, okay? So what I'm going to do is just bring that down. I'm going to sit that in between those two pieces there, okay? And I would hold that in place and we'll need to pass it through because it's not open, we need to pass that through to wrap it on, okay? So pull that through. We're going to secure that in there. Actually, I'm going to cut this down a little bit just so that it's easier for me to do here. Right, and then back through and pull that really tight on that side. Now that gemstone is secure in there, so we need to go back then around to the back of the wire. And what we want to do, we want to come up onto the other side here. So now we're ready to wrap around this section again once, and we're ready to drop in our next gemstone.
So you wrap around 360 twice?
Yes.
360 twice, put the gemstone on, and then you wrap around 360 on the other side?
Yeah,
Right.
it looks a bit more complicated because we've got to go in and out of this, but essentially what we're doing is we're wrapping around this one, around the back, and then wrap around that one again. So the next one will just sit there, pop that wire through again.
360 twice around that wire.
Yeah, so we're going round there, so there's one.
It's kind of like sewing.
That's exactly what it is actually, but you're sewing it on in between two pieces of the wire, and then we come up to this one, and then we pull that, so that's then sits flush with that,
Yeah.
and around
360
around
twice.
there. And we're ready now for our next one.
Amazing.
And all you need to do is just make sure that they're nice and flat, and then just carry on going.
Have I said that right? Wrapping around 360 twice?
Yeah, you
Right.
wrap around this side, and then go round the other side. That's exactly what we're doing. It's just, it looks a bit more complicated because you've got the, I can't see the hole on that one. There. Right, so the next one will sit just there. I'll do one more and then I'll show you how we finish it off. Okay, so as Al said, we're wrapping around that one. I'm holding that, sorry, my finger's in the way there, I'm just holding it in place. And then we go back, as if we're going to go round it again. Instead of going around that one again, we come across the back and up around this one. So then pulls that one in.
Do you, in terms of, you're saying you're holding the gemstones, you've got your thumb over the rondelles themselves.
Yeah.
Do you need that to keep them in position?
That's just how I work. People will find their own way of doing that. I personally, I mean, once you've actually wrapped around, it's actually secure, so you
can let go.
to.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
So what you would do, I would pop another two in there, but just for the purposes of the demo, I'll stop at that point and show you how we finish off. So then I would snip off, and I would go around then, which is a bit harder to see on the twisted wire. Just where I've wrapped around, I would just take some pliers and just squish all the little bits together, so you've got a nice, neat.
Have you hold it there? We can all see, because they're, that's it. Because of that twisted wire, it's hiding those connections as well, isn't it?
So you don't actually see those wraps
Yeah.
on there too much.
Yeah, it's really disguising those.
It's just I like to go round and make sure that that I've squishied all my bits together.
Squishied. A bit of squishied. Haven't we done a bit of mushied this morning, haven't we?
Squishes. Right. So once you've channel set all your gemstones in there and you're happy with that, so this then will be completed to there. So again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold that, bring it around the back. So it goes around the back and then up through that loop there. Okay?
Yeah.
And again, all I'm doing is sort of wrapping that a little bit and just teasing it around and mirroring that shape there.
It's quite a nautical shape, isn't it?
It is actually, yes, a bit like a sailboat. And then all I'm going to do is wrap it around there, so that's secured there, and then wrap around the loop, half a turn around the loop. So I know that that's secure there. Turn that over, snippy off, and then start tidying up. So squish in all your little bits, so you've got no sharp bits, and then just push everything into place, and that essentially is the shape. And then I put them into earrings. But for the necklace, I made two of those and put them back to back. Can I take the earrings off there?
Absolutely. Yeah,
If I take those
your
off.
amazing designs.
So what I did on the necklace, I made two, but instead of making them as a mirrored pair, I did for the earrings I did opposite pairs, but for the necklace I did two the same, going in the same direction, and then the piece that you see in there, all that is two of these put together, and the Labradorite channel
Connecting.
set in the same way down the centre.
Connecting down the centre.
Yeah.
How lovely is that?
So it's that sort of design that you can take and
And obviously,
through.
obviously a suite of jewellery. Absolutely beautiful. Well done. Thank you, Jan.
You're
Thank you. As
welcome.
always, demonstrated so eloquently
Thank
and
you.
perfectly. Well done to all of you. Again, very busy. If you've got that in your baskets, do grab it whilst you can. The tool alone, just to recap, is £17.95. The fact that you're getting that and the DVD for £7.95 is just
amazing. Bonkers.
bonkers, I think is the best way of putting it, isn't it? I think that is the best way of putting it. Well done. Very busy this morning. Good morning, jewellery makers. Nice to have your company. My name's Elena. This is the lovely Jan. We've got more from Jan coming up as well. More inspiration. We've got more incredible bundles coming your way. More new in opportunities. So don't go anywhere. But now it is time for your incredible creations in the Wall of Fame. Welcome everybody, the Wall of Fame. Love this bit, don't we? Absolutely adore this bit. I'm going to start things off because I've got two exquisite pieces, a simple jewellery making technique, but one which absolutely is never going to go out of fashion. Nope. Number 469 comes from Valerie in West Yorkshire. Hello to you, Valerie. Hi everyone at JM. I hope you like my latest entry to the Wall of Fame. It's a pair of stretchy bracelets, one made from fluorite, corner drilled cubes. Oh gosh, it's rare to see those, Valerie. Which are absolutely gorgeous, and the other is one is a clear quartz. They are lovely with sterling silver, with the sterling silver heart. Happy New Year to you all. And that's Valerie up in West Yorkshire. Thank you, Valerie. Love that. And again, we were talking earlier about Fleur and her stretchy bracelets. Yep. It's a piece of jewellery that I wear all the time. Absolutely adore it, and the quality of the gems are amazing.
And this one is 468. This beautiful pendant, and this is from Helen in Cornwall. And Helen says, Happy New Year to all at JM. Happy New Year to you, Helen. My entry for this week's Wall of Fame is a pendant made with moonstone and Labradorite. Wire and gemstones are from JM. Good luck to all the entrants in the Wall of Fame, and that's from Helen. Helen, that is beautiful.
Lovely.
I love that wire, the way it goes across the gemstone.
It's kind of like a crackled look, isn't it?
Yeah, gorgeous.
Amazing.
Love that. Well
wow,
done.
Stunning hair comb here, and it's number 400. I think it's a hair comb, might be a brooch. 467, and it comes from Vera in Newcastle upon Tyne. Hi all, thank you for your support in 2015 and a happy new year with the new owners. My first entry to the Wall of Fame since watching from the beginning of JM since 6 years ago. A wedding headpiece. This is one of 4 different designs for the bridesmaids. Thanks to the help of Sheila and Linda, the resident designers. Made with all JM, wonderful pearls, silver wire. The bride cried when she saw them. All my efforts were well worth it. Thanks again, JM. I love you all. Happy New Year. And that's Vera up in Newcastle upon Tyne. I'm not surprised she cried. They're beautiful, aren't they? Amazing. And keep up that wonderful bridal work.
And this is 466, this beautiful set. This is from Sue in Liverpool, and Sue says, Hi all in the studio, here is my entry into this week's Wall of Fame. It's abalone and wire from JM. Made it for my sister who lives in Wales, so added the Celtic symbols. Going there for New Year and thought this would make a nice present for having us. Have a fantastic New Year and look forward to many more fantastic gems and bargains next year. And that's from Sue. Sue, I'm sure she loved that. That is beautiful, isn't it?
I know exactly what cabochons of abalone they were as well. They were amazing.
Gorgeous.
So yeah, she's going to adore that.
With a twisted wire in there as well.
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely
gorgeous.
Beautiful. I've got number 465, and this comes from Sheila Pryor. Hello to you, Sheila. And she said, this week's entry is a photo of a necklace made by twisting a strand of lovely JM rutile quartz squares around a strand of JM white quartz squares. Simple but effective, I think. I couldn't agree with you more. It really does work, and goes to show that, like I said, it's not just the techniques. You can sometimes just leave the quality of the gemstones and the shape of the gemstones do the talking. 465, Sheila, and a very good luck to you. Keep those entries coming in for the Wall of Fame. We have got more coming up a little bit later on. We've also got, we've launched earlier on today. Am I going to do it now? Earlier on today, you saw now you haven't seen it up close, have you? Can you remember what this went to, John?
I think so, but I wouldn't want to speak it because my brain just won't let me. It's just
natural,
phenomenal.
Ruby, sapphire and emerald. They flew out of the doors the moment that the price point came on the screen.
That is beautiful.
Probably one of the biggest sellers of the day. Well, in fact, it will be one of the biggest sellers of the day so far. I think probably the entirety of the day. This is £12. Am I right? $12.95. I stopped myself then just in case I got it wrong because my brain really those at least $21.95 at least. Natural ruby, natural emerald, natural sapphire, bringing you that colour is king. That's an expression I use all the time. Primary tones in particular is what you seek desperately. For those of you that have just tuned in and thinking, I want to get into the channel setting, this would be perfect for that. Jan's just picked up one of her designs here.
That would be perfect because you've got those sections of different colours as well. You could use them, you could split them and use them in designs like this. So you haven't got too many gemstones in there. And again, a simple channel setting
The perfect length, isn't it? The perfect amount of rondelles.
So there's little sections that you've got of different colours. That's what I would do.
Even if you've got sapphire, ruby and emerald in your stash already, why wouldn't you be getting involved at that price tag? Because in terms of, if we break it down individually, if we were to buy a natural strand of emerald of this quality, you'd expect to pay more than £12.95. Yeah. If you were to buy ruby of this quality, natural ruby, you'd expect to pay more than £12.95. And exactly the same with the sapphire. It's going to cost you at least 3 times that price tag. So obviously it's a more affordable way of buying multiple gemstones. I'm not surprised most of you were multi-buying as well. We had a massive quantity. You've got that intensity of hue. It's just remarkable, and we are very, very, very busy. Congratulations to every single one of you. Do check out as soon as you can. More deals coming your way, more premiere opportunities, more from the gorgeous Jan after this.
Get creative with Mark Smith with his Craft Fair DVD. Mark guides you through 6 sections of fascinating techniques that sell the best on his very own successful craft fairs. He concludes this DVD by sharing his own tips and hints that make his own stalls very popular. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Ruby is an incredibly popular gemstone here at JewelleryMaker. Its beautiful red tones are instantly recognisable as an incredibly precious gemstone. Ruby itself is a member of the Corundum family, whose sister stone is going to be sapphire. Ruby is the only member of this gemstone that has its own name. Now, when we look at ruby, we look for really beautiful, even tones, and these can run from rich reds, which are often referred to as pigeon blood ruby, right through to lighter, paler tones, almost going into the pink tones as well. Ruby is a birthstone for July, so it makes the perfect addition to your collection if you're looking for those unique presents. And it is the 40th wedding anniversary stone as well. Ruby itself is incredibly hard, being 9 on the Mohs scale, making it perfect for all kinds of jewellery, and we know that ruby itself is the everlasting symbol of love.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from JewelleryMaker.
Welcome back, everybody. Lovely to have your company this morning, and a happy new year to each and every single one. I hope you've enjoyed the festivities. They might not be over yet.
No?
It might not be over yet. Well, officially, isn't it 12 days after?
Something like that.
Something like that. I've got to be honest, my Christmas tree never lasts that long.
No, I was saying that last night. When do we take? When is it?
I normally do after New Year, to be fair. I haven't done as of yet, but after New Year's Day, it tends to go down. Yeah. Just because, you know, I want my house back in order.
Back to normal.
Anyway, totally digress. Talking about celebrational opportunities, this is certainly one of those. I'm about to bring you back-to-back two very, very high-end opportunities of Ethiopian Opal, and I'll bring them both to the screen so that if you have to make a decision between the two, you can too. Ethiopian Opal, it's a little known fact that at the moment, certainly the main stream, the main seam, rather, not stream, of this gorgeous gemstone in Ethiopia, which is one of the most dramatic scenes that you could ever imagine. It's virtually vertical cliff fronts where groups of artisanal miners will work one specific area and obviously help them bring them to the surface. It's almost like, it kind of reminds me of the Grand Canyon. It's got this huge vast crevice running through the landscape. The main scene, there are rumours that this is no longer in production and no longer opal is being unearthed from that location, which is a big thing in terms of the opal industry. However, there is a very small location just to the west of that main seam which is currently producing very small amounts of Ethiopian opal, which has an abundance of hydrophane performance. Now, if you've not heard of that expression before, this is what we call an amorphous gemstone, so it hasn't got a crystal structure the same as your sapphires, rubies, emeralds, diamonds, zircons, etc. This is a gemstone which forms out of tiny silica spheres. Now, it's the silica spheres which are responsible for the play of colour. It's the play of colour that determines the value of the gemstone. The more play of colour, the more value. There are variations of that as well, but when it comes to Ethiopian opal, in my personal opinion, it's my favourite, just because you have got that hydrophane, that kind of crystal, almost bordering on clarity, I suppose, which means that you can see the actual colour, not just across the surface of the gemstone, but actually through the depth of the gemstone. I'm going to show you both next to one another, so again you can actually make a decision. If I hold them on sort of over the back of the rounds are coming up first, and our studio is not doing these justice at all. I can't wait for you to get these home. They are big and substantial, beautiful examples of your Ethiopian opal. So you can make a decision. That one is plain rounds, which is very, very, very rare to say, wow, 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 wow. And yet I say that the studio is not doing them justice. The quality, that's not even... not even close to how exceptional both of these Ethiopian opal strands are. If you are an October baby, then this is absolutely perfect for you. So we'll bring the rounds first, and then we'll bring you those rondelles secondly. So really, really, really exciting. Really up close here. We're under magnification. You can see that clarity that I was referring to. So you can see right the way through the depth of the gemstone. We've actually flooded this with light. So it's not actually doing the opals any favours whatsoever. Opals, you want to have one light source, which is obviously what you're going to see in a usual day. In a usual day, if you think you're out and about walking, or if you're in your own home, you tend to only have one one light source. That's when opal, and look, I'm going to shelter it because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus every, oh gosh, I can't count them all. We've got hundreds of lights here in the studio, which is actually drowning out all of the play of colour. So if I just shelter it like so, somewhat, protect it from the light, look at the colours that you're seeing here. Greens, yellows, pinks, purples, violets. The quality and the sheer size of every single one of these natural gemstones. There's the Hydrophane Performance, which is really exciting us in the industry because it has got a sort of liquid-like appearance, and you can understand the liquid-like appearance because obviously, like I said, it forms within cracks and crevices and it comes from tiny silica spheres. But ultimately, play of colour, the more you have of it, the more valuable it is. Gemologists will agree that if you have an opal which displays over 80% play of colour, then it's an exceptional quality opal. Just pick one. As I move it around, are you seeing play of colour across the entire surface? If you're saying, or the majority of, if you're saying, yes, Elena, I definitely am, then get involved if you are in a position to do so, because this is really exciting. I've got no hesitation whatsoever in suggesting that if you're an opal lover, this is really, really going to appeal to you. Straight away, I've got, well done, Jacinth, Ruth, Louise, hello to you, Tracy, new buyers in London. I'm not surprised that we've got collectors. And the reality is, if I was to advertise this, if I was to get this, never mind just on JewelleryMaker, if I was to go, right, hey, gem trade, any gemologists, any jewellers out there, we're about to bring 20 carats of top quality Ethiopian opal to air, and we're going to do it at this price point, we would have traders getting involved. I think that's a reality. I think we would have traders getting involved just because how incredible this deal is. We should be for 20 carats. Not one, not two even. 20 carats of Ethiopian opal. Okay, this is a big deal. Never been at this price point previously before. One of the biggest price drops of the entire day. Do you know what? I don't know whether Kim will thank me for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Kim, you know I love you. Kim has said, that price reduction, I'm buying it myself, so I'm going to give you the best possible saving. You've definitely done that, Kim, haven't you? That is almost, what, 40... What is it? I've just gone completely blank. What was it before? £30 saving? £30 saving. Linda, I don't blame you for buying 3 of these. This is an investment strand, the quality that you are seeing here, without shadow of a doubt. Denise, Sally, congratulations to you also joining the collectors and connoisseurs getting hold of this. Amanda and London and Tracy, you're very close. Annie, you're very close. Get this home. And one thing we always talk about, Jan, without shadow of a doubt, is that we say, you think it's good now, wait till you get it home. Just wait till you get it home.
And you get it home in daylight and it's just amazing. I mean, it's beautiful here. So imagine what it's going to be like when you get it home. The play of colour is going to be tenfold. I mean, it's exceptional what's on your screen, and that's why I'm sheltering it like this. I'm deliberately blocking it from some of the light, and it's still being flooded. The less light, in actual fact, you need light, obviously, to see the play of colour, but there's too much here in the studio. It does opals no favours, and I'm sure you've heard that previously before. When you get this home, that's when you'll go, oh, okay, Elena meant every single word that she said, and I absolutely do. We've got hundreds of lights here in the studio. You can see them up there, and there's more, by the way, and they are very, very powerful. One of my producers once said to me, going back, this is on a previous channel, actually said, no, the lights are there so that to make you look good, Elle, and so you can see us. It's like, oh, thanks. And he was like, no, I was being sarcastic. I was like, oh, okay.
but it doesn't do opals any favours whatsoever. So please, please, please lean on your knowledge and trust that you have for us here at Jewellery Makers. Get this home, totally risk-free shopping. And if you disagree with anything that I've said, then simply return it to us. Karen, Cheryl, Staffordshire, Anne, Mary, London, Denise, you've done it. I've got Christine there in Lincolnshire also getting involved. Telephone bidders. I've got lots of you choosing to multi-buy, and I'm not surprised with a £30 saving.
That's an amazing price.
Could you channel set these rounds?
Perfect. Perfect for it. That would look beautiful channel set.
Oh, they would look amazing, wouldn't they? They would look amazing. Do you know what else would look amazing?
What's that?
The rondelles.
Yes.
How do you decide between the two?
Difficult.
But look how different they are. You've still got that what's infamous in my eyes. I think Ethiopian and Australian opal are very, very easy to differentiate between the two. Australian opal actually has quite a milky body colour. Beautiful, don't get me wrong, and the play of colour tends to be across the surface, doesn't it, rather than through the depth of the gemstone. Ethiopian, my personal favourite. My personal favourite, never mind the fact that the main seam's no longer being mined, which could be massive implications in terms of the price point. And never mind, I actually think, even if this was more abundant, I personally prefer Ethiopian opal because you see the play of colour all the way through. Beautiful quality.
Wow.
I'm trying to fold this over so you can actually see all of the opal. Bear with, bear with. Ollie's laughing at me. Sorry, Ollie. I'm doing it because I want to shelter it.
Wow, look at that.
How do you differentiate between the two? How do you choose? Well, if you're in a position to get both, do it. Do it, do it, do it. You've just seen a £30 price reduction. What was that? Ollie just said that Ethiopian opal makes you feel inferior to Mother Nature. Well, no, we could never recreate this, could we? We are inferior to Mother Nature. We absolutely are. This is not, and whilst we try, and yeah, okay, there are fakes out there, and there are. We'd never be able to replicate the play of colour like this. A third of the stock has already gone. A third of the stock. We'd never be able to replicate that. You're quite right to say that. Yes, and we are inferior beings, aren't we? Absolutely. In terms of, and red being the rarest colours, there's tons and tons and tons of it. I'm struggling to hold it all there, but yeah, tons and tons and tons of reds. And again, it's the same as similar with your Labradorite or any gemstone that displays phenomena like this. The reds, the oranges, the yellows are the rarest colours because they have to travel. It's all referring to the wavelengths and the distances that those colours actually have to travel to meet the eye. Okay, well done, Gillian, Patricia Ivy, Anne, Christine, Linda. Half the stock's already gone. London, Louise, Maureen, Sally, Ruth, Jacqueline, you've done it. Those of you that have it in your basket, good luck to each and every single one of you. If you are in a position to get yourself, treat yourself to both, hang on a minute. We've just given you a £30 reduction, so basically you could get both, or this strand for £9.95. If you work, that's in my mind, that's how I would justify both. That's how in my mind works. Well, I know I've saved £30. I've already done the saving of £30. So I'm getting right now 15 carats of faceted, top quality Ethiopian opal at £9.95. When's that ever going to happen? If everybody checks out, that's pretty much sold out. In fact, it is sold out. We're oversubscribed. Christine, you've done it. Denise, you've done it. Elise, you've done it. Jacqueline, well done. I noticed you've got two. Gillian, Gillian in Dorset. Lincolnshire, you've done it. I've got, oh gosh, an influx on the web. An influx on the web. I'm inundated. Linda on the web buying two. Congratulations to you. There's Amanda there. There's Suzanne there. There's Nottinghamshire. There's Meg. There's Neris. There's Pat. There's Mandy. Look. I hate to say this to you, Kimbo. Hate to say this to you, Kimbo. You're not going to get that. Well done, well done, well done. Opals are fairy wings in gemstones. Emma, I love that. They are like fairy wings.
That's a brilliant description of them, isn't it?
I love that. Wynne in Wiltshire, hi ladies, bought a strand of these before Christmas and they took my breath away. Beautiful, thank you JM. Oh, Wynne, they are breathtaking, aren't they? Two lovely, how beautifully constructed are those text messages? And absolutely summarise everything about both of those opportunities, don't they? Beautiful. Incredible, well done, well done, well done. I'm not willing to part with that just yet, it's going right there, right there. Okay, how about some amazing ruby? Oh. Ooh. That was a very saucy ooh you just did then. Ooh. Ooh. You did go all saucy then for a moment.
It's beautiful,
yeah,
isn't it?
don't you think? Jam went a little bit saucy.
As in ketchup saucy or?
No, as in not ketchup saucy. as in ooh. As in a little bit sexy.
Oh,
right.
But
They are a little bit sexy.
They are, definitely. They are beautiful.
Look at those beautiful intensities of colour. 39 carats of your ruby. Gosh, we have brought you some high-end gemstones today, and we continue to. Straight away, hello to you, Alaska. Hello to you, Kathleen and Paula. Nice to have your company on the web. And instantaneous. You know more than I know right now. You know what this is going to. Kimbo, are you at it again? She's at it again.
You're fine.
I don't want to say anything, I just want to carry on saying that. It's Kimbo, my producer, at it again, honestly. Always, constantly at it.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm being childish. Anyway, look at the quality of the ruby. What I'm referring to is the fact that everybody on the web has checked out. So I'm guessing that you can see an amazing price point. That's what I think she's at. I think she's, you know, she's at a ninja price point moves. Should be what? Yeah, amazing price point. Should be £29.95. Every single penny, every single pound that we can take off the last remaining quantity, we will do. Grab it whilst you can. Beautiful luster, lovely sparkle. You don't often see sparkle when it comes to ruby because it is a gemstone which can be quite opaque. £24.95. Again, you're perfect for your channel setting.
Channel setting would go into any one of the designs on the DVD. Yeah. They're perfect for channel setting.
And who doesn't love ruby?
Yeah, yes, so pretty, aren't they? Yeah, I love those.
When it comes to ruby, you want to have brilliance, not so much brilliance, I suppose, that's the wrong way. You certainly want to have luster, you want to have that intensity of colour, that's probably the most important C. Obviously, you want the carat weight as well, but diaphanity is something that you certainly look for, and you've got that in this strand. Instantaneously collectors there, Yorkshire, Angela, Louise, Paula, June, Joanne, Kathleen, hello to you. Check out as soon as you possibly can. Last in stock opportunity, do grab it as soon as you... if you got that Zircon earlier on, any one of the Zircon strands would just be amazing, wouldn't they? As a combination, or even the smaller Zircon nuggets, it did sell out, I think. But yeah, as an accent, just a couple of those either side. Oh, there is a couple left, Kim's saying. We'll put the graphics at the bottom of the screen. Just a couple of those Zircons accenting your ruby would just be amazing, wouldn't it? Look how high end.
Beautiful together, don't they?
Yeah, really do.
That is stunning.
I'm thinking about, did you say you can channel set in a triple row?
Yeah.
So imagine ruby through the centre.
Yeah.
Zircons either side.
That'd be gorgeous, wouldn't it? That'd look absolutely stunning.
The quality of this ruby as well. On the décolletage, where the light's going to really influence it. Oh, it's going to grab so much attention. Well done. Congratulations to you. Moving on to... Is that us next star by? Next star by. Okay. Now, did you miss out on that ruby, emerald and sapphire that we had earlier on? Well, listen, the quality, very, very, very rare to see, and certainly rare to get hold of natural ruby, emerald and sapphire at that price point. But if you did miss that boat, not to worry, or even if you didn't and you want to add this as well, we've got another opportunity. Is this more limited? Definitely more limited, but it's kind of like a sort of last chance saloon, if you like, of the morning to get hold of those trio of gemstones, all again 100% natural. On the back of what was one of the biggest sellers of the entire morning. We're about to bring you your next star buy. Okay, are you ready? Good luck to every single one of you. Now, yes, this is slightly smaller in terms of its carat weight, but believe me, the deal is really going to excite you. Totally and utterly natural. As we know, different locations around the world bring you different offerings. Any of those locations, whether it be Colombia, whether it be Burmese, whether it be Sri Lanka, stroke Ceylon, whether it be Africa, whether it be Thailand, whether it be all different locations, Brazil, you can absolutely expect the same restrictions, I suppose, in terms of recognizing the quality. Color is king. I say it all the time. It's the best way of remembering it with your color gemstones. It's the most important C of the 4 C's when it comes to your color gemstones. The more intense, the more highly saturated those gems are, whether it be blue, green, yellow, whichever, the more valuable it is. Now, obviously, ruby, emerald and sapphire are 3 gemstones which are renowned to have sort of quite an opaque appearance. You want it to have more brilliance. You want it to have an internal clarity. You want it to have gorgeous luster across the exterior as well. I can't believe that we can actually connect those dots. And again, I go back to what I was saying earlier on before. This is purely on the back of the fact that earlier on we brought you a ruby and emerald strand. Absolutely flew. We didn't think we'd be able to get hold of a second strand of natural on the basis we knew that was going to be an on-screen sellout. We didn't think we could, but we've got an opportunity. It's much more limited. So if you were told you're unsuccessful, now's the time to respond. Now is the time to dial. Now, they are ever so slightly a little bit more intense in terms of their colour. They're a little bit darker, so the ruby is but more... sorry, I beg your pardon. This is actually a bigger carat weight. Slightly bigger carat weight and 1 millimetre larger. The difference is the sapphires are a very deep colour. They're a more midnight blue, whereas the others were a little bit more sort of cashmere-like. On the bottom, the rubies, again, it's bordering on. It is a slightly darker, intenser red, and the same applies with your emeralds. It's all down to what you love and what you prefer. We are price slashing this. We're going to, and they're totally natural, by the way, rubies, emeralds and sapphires. Price slashing it. It is a last chance saloon opportunity. Grab it whilst you can. Sorry, correct myself. It is a slightly bigger carat weight, but literally neither here nor there. But it is a slightly more intense colour across all those 3 gemstones also. Straight away, we have got Nadia, Margaret, Derek, hello to you, London, Anne, Eileen, Samantha, Sue-Ann, Bridgen, Janet, hello to you, Susan, Tracy, Lancashire, Elizabeth, Wendy. Let's bring that price tag in, $11.95. So wait, you can get the 2 strands, 3 high-end out of the big 5 gemstones, different hues. Should I bring it to the back of the hand? The difference. There we go. The fact that you have got the quality that you're seeing here, both of these are natural for under £25. This one I brought you earlier on has, I think, well, there's 50 still remaining in baskets. It's going to be a definite sell-out. I paid £25 for this strand on its own, $11.95. Even if, I know I've said this already as well, even if you've got ruby, emeralds and sapphires in your stash already, I mean, at $11.95, you just don't miss this boat, do you?
No, when you can get them for that price, that quality, that colour, then you've got to get them.
You have.
Yeah.
It's one of those chances you don't miss.
No.
You really don't. Going back to what I was saying first thing this morning when we launched at Ruby, Emerald and Sapphire, I was saying there's certain things in life that I will never be able to get my brain around. I will never understand quantum physics. I will never understand Pythagoras' theorem. I'll never understand algebra. I won't. And I'll never understand natural ruby, sapphire and emerald at £11.95, and I'm not even going to try.
No.
I'm not even going to try. Hello to you, Rod, Sue, Mary. Hello to you, Patricia. Another Sue, Nanetta, Paula. Hello to you, Dawn, Donna, Patricia, Mrs. Sally, Berkshire, Gloucestershire, Valerie, Jackie. It's going to be a definite sellout. Well done. I tell you what, you have achieved 3 beautiful examples here. If everyone checks out, it has as good as gone, and there's telephone bidders there as well. So well done to every single one of you. If you bought Jan's DVD earlier on, absolutely perfect for that, Jan, isn't it?
Perfect for channel setting. Gorgeous.
Absolutely perfect. If you just tuned in and going, oh, what DVD? Jan's channel setting DVD at the bottom of the screen right now. We had less than we had 550, didn't we? No, this morning, flown. Absolutely flown. I think it's going to sell out by the end of the day, Jan.
Right. That'd be amazing.
I think it's going to sell out.
Oh.
Because if you think about it, I mean, we were talking about the launch of your DVD in the run up to Christmas, weren't we? And how many messages were coming into the studio about that launch?
It was. I had some lovely messages, and it was, you know, people were waiting for it, and yeah, it's amazing.
It's been so widely received globally. Ah, you must be so proud.
I am. It's really humbling, and that's why I did a bit of a blart on Christmas Day. I think I was so emotional. I had a bit of a cry.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
And that do you know what? That speaks volumes to me. The fact that because it means something to you. Then it means something to you. Yeah. I like. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of a cry, I think.
But no, because I think as designers and people out there, when you're making pieces yourself, you put so much of yourself into a piece, into the work you're doing, and it's you know, it's when it's well received, it's so.
Well, it's something to be
lovely.
proud of. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's like anything in your life. If you achieve something, it's something to be proud of, and it doesn't have to be like the biggest. I'll never launch a DVD. I won't. I highly doubt it. Never say never, but I highly doubt it. I'm ever going to launch a DVD of jewellery making. If it did, it certainly wouldn't be as. But it's something to be. You know, I don't know, running a half marathon, running a mile, whatever, doing whatever or whatever.
But I didn't think that I would ever get to this point and be doing DVDs. And if it wasn't for JewelleryMaker, I wouldn't be doing that. So I'm really grateful, one, to be here and do the job that I do, but to have the opportunity to do things like this, for me, it's really humbling. And,
well, aren't you lovely?
Know, and that's the truth, that's how it is. So I am really grateful.
Oh, bless her. And if you want to enjoy Jan's DVD, you absolutely can. Anyway, sorry, I just went completely off on one then. Completely off on one. We've got a gorgeous bundle coming your way. I actually can't see everything behind me. Oh wait, earlier on, Jan, we had those gorgeous bluey silvers, and then we had those smaller vintage collection, didn't we? Look at these. Oh, these are peach. I think peach is going to be massive this year.
So
do you agree?
pretty. Yeah.
I think peach is going to be massive. If you think about the Pantone colours, pinks and blues, pastels, I think it's all going to be pastels. So I know peach was very popular in the 80s, particularly in your bridesmaids with the puffball sleeves. Who's got pictures of them in the puffball sleeves?
Yeah.
They were, weren't they? And the garlands all around the head. Everything, particularly in the 80s. I think it's going to be massive. Everyone's chuckling. Kim, have you got a picture of yourself in a peach bridesmaid's dress? Were you ever dressed in peach?
Yeah, and with the puffy sleeves.
And with the puffy sleeve.
And the garland.
And you had the full garland.
You just described everything, yeah. That's why I was laughing.
Jan, and do you know what? I can remember as a little girl, and I would have been little in the 80s, but I remember thinking, oh my God, I want to wear that. I really wanted to wear that peach bridesmaid dress. I do think peach is a lovely colour, isn't
Yeah.
it? I know we're joking about the puffball sleeves and everything, but it is a really, really lovely colour. We've got champagne on the screens here, but on our graphics, but you know, lean on your own. What colour, I suppose, springs to mind with you? For me, it's peach, or more of an apricot colour. In fact, our graphics say, champagne breakfast, I get it. Sorry. Yeah, and on our graphics, it says apricot pearls and peach pearls, so it is the two. I beg your pardon, I do beg your pardon. You're getting both of these opportunities. I simply restrand them. You've got a consistency of colour. They are 7 by 6 millimetres in terms of their dimensions, and they are coming your way at, you know, we've got the Pearl Queen here in the studios. Of course, we're going to bring it at an affordable price tag. What are you thinking? 30, 40 pounds? £14.95. That's for the quality and the size. They're a wearable size, Jan, aren't they?
They're really lovely. Like you say, the colour is really pretty.
Do you agree? I think it's going to be massive.
Yeah,
2016.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful colours. But just stranded as a necklace or bracelet, earrings. Perfect size for anything, really.
Tiaras would be lovely. It's really complimentary of all different skin tones. It doesn't matter whether you're fair skin, olive skin, dark skin, either or. It's gonna be really beautiful. And I know we were sort of joking about peach. I had a bedroom which had peach floral lampshade, peach floral duvet set, peach floral border. It was very peach. Very peach. And it was pretty. You know, when you look back and you think, it was really pretty.
I had like around your waist paper bin, like a frilly, peachy thing around the bin.
You had a frilly bin?
Yeah.
Wow, you're posh.
Well, you know, what can I say?
You had a peach bin, firstly. Wow.
Well, it wasn't, it was plastic inside, but this peach cover made it look
pretty.
Quite pretty, yeah.
It is a pretty colour, isn't it? That's the best way of describing peach, as in pretty.
Yeah.
It is a very pretty colour. We've got a text message coming in from Samantha in Cumbria. They would be gorgeous as a necklace and bracelet set. Totally agree. I totally agree, and maybe even sneak a pair of earrings in there. Beverly in Cardiff, peach and apricot colours go well with every skin tone. Totally concur, Beverly. They do, don't they? They do, don't they?
They do, and they'll go with whatever findings you've got. Personally, I'd use sterling silver with them, or gold-plated sterling silver with them, but equally silver or gold, or rose gold would look lovely as well.
Oh, rose gold would look lovely.
Beautiful.
But if you think about morganite, I always think of rose gold.
Yes.
Personally. Yeah. I love rose gold and morganite. And morganite, I think of peach. Yeah. Personally.
So that's got the same sort of feel, hasn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. Well done. Well done. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Do check out. Moving on to... Did you... Oh, look. Shell pearl. Look at this combination of colours. That really works, doesn't it? Did you put this bundle together, Arkimbo? Loving your style. No, I love it. She was saying, I know that you might... She goes, do you think the blue's a bit random? I was like, no, I really love it. You've got the whites, or creams rather, the dusky pink, and then... Look, don't you think that works?
I think that's beautiful. That looks really beautiful together, doesn't it?
I love the blue with these colours. That's an amazing combination. It's not random at all, Kim. I can't pick out which one's my favourite because I love them all together. Could you maybe go pink, white, blue, pink, white, blue, pink, white, blue?
That looked really nice, wouldn't it? Yeah.
All the way around in a knotted neckline piece.
That looked cool, yeah. Really. I love that pink though.
I do as well. It's a dusky pink, isn't it?
Really, really pretty. But I love the blue as well.
Love them all.
And yes.
What's the difference? It is hard to choose. What's the difference between a shell pearl and a cultured pearl or a freshwater pearl? A shell pearl is a genuine gemstone. It's not a synthetic. It's not plastic. It is reconstituted. So you've heard that word maybe with your turquoise previously before, where basically you take a genuine gemstone or an organic material, they grind it down into a fine powder, and then it is reformed to look like the finest quality. So the perfect size. These are 8mm round, the perfect shape. So these are perfectly spherical. The perfect nacre surface, which is, if you like, is the skin of the actual gemstone itself. No indentations or nooks or crannies, and the perfect amount of reflective pearlescence Yeah, so a shell pearl is everything that a cultured pearl aspires to be, basically. But it also means that you can get hold of that look, still maintaining genuine gemstones at an affordable price point. So we have got here your ivory, your peacock pearls, and also that lovely, beautiful dusky pink. It is a quartet, the look of luxury. Now, you know what? It is luxury. It is luxury. 4 strands of genuine gemstones. This is one of the most affordable bundles of the day so far. You know in cartoons, Jan, where you see the characters and they have that weird, they have that very funny sort of background noise where they go, I can't even do it, but the heads go really quick.
Yeah.
That's what we just did.
I know.
That was my arm squeaking, by the way. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. It was. The blue makes the colours really pop. I agree, Beverly. Oh, sorry if I give you a crick in the neck.
It was worth it, though.
Oh, and in fact, my arm just rubbed against there and made a very questionable noise. Mid-head swing.
It's the excitement.
It is the excitement, but it was definitely my arm, I assure you. Barbara in Lancashire, wow, what a great cuff bracelet that combo would make. I love them together. Kimbo, I know you make jewellery. You've definitely got an eye for it and colours. She's ace, isn't she? You are ace. Are you at it again? £2.50 a strand. A 3-strand bracelet using 3 colours from Samantha in Cumbria. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. The 3 together. That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
I think they look beautiful together. I think your idea of having, you know, sort of alternating them.
That would be really fabulous, wouldn't it? Or even randomly, that would be amazing. Yeah. Okay, it's flown. Well done. Almost all gone. Almost all gone. Moving on to... Ooh. Ooh. Aha, I got it. There was one who was just going a little bit AWOL. Okay, these are big, beautiful, cultured pearls. We have got a big quantity of these as well, which is really exciting. If you've got a big quantity, listen, it's in our interest. Can I just put this out there? It's in our interest. Live television, obviously it costs a great deal of money for us to be broadcast on a daily basis and obviously on live television. It's in our interest to bring you a product and only bring it sort of once, if you like. We would rather give you the most affordable introductory price, that's why you hear myself and our hosts talking about it, and have it sell out then and there. Because every single time then it comes on air, furthermore, it does cost us money. So it's in our interest to sell out. Now, 290 of these we have available. I want to sell every single one of those available. So let's work together on this. I think everybody loves pearls. Everybody, well, most people do, certainly. Okay. I'm being very general. Most people would like to have the bigger sizes. Most people would like to have a piece of jewellery which is very easy to create, and if you do sell, is going to return very quickly with relatively no time invested in it. And everybody likes a sweet. Well, most people like a sweet. So pearls, I'm thinking, but you've got 3 pairs, so that's 6 in total. I'm thinking earrings, pendant, ring maybe, and another pair of earrings. Or just pendants. They are half drilled, if I turn it like so, half drilled, so notice how they don't actually differ from the beauty of and smoothness of that nacre surface. They're a staggering 11 to 12 millimetre in terms of their shape, and they are the button as well. So if I can just literally just take out my stud earrings for 1 minute, because I want to show them up to the ear. 290. I'm trying to give you an indication that we're going to inundate, we're going to flood the phone lines right now. Well, not literally, hopefully, but all eyes are certainly on JewelleryMaker right now, because it's so easy, Jan, isn't it? Is it not, to create a stud pair of earrings?
Yeah.
Or even sort of bring. I'll try not to drop these because I haven't got the best tweezers for it, but I have to quickly. There we go.
Yeah, because they're half drilled, you've got that hole at the back, and we do lots of findings for half drilled gemstones. But if not, you could use a head pin.
Yeah.
Use a head pin to put in there, pop in there to make yourself a pair of earrings. Yeah, and all you need to do is sort of secure that with some glue. E6000 I would suggest.
That's it.
Or the hypo cement.
Or the hypo cement,
Yeah.
absolutely, and it's got a precision end which you can fit into the actual hole, the half drilled hole itself, and you're done. Basically, you are absolutely done. I mean, look how this is some of the biggest that I've seen in terms of our half drilled gemstones, and look at the quality. If I just rock that back ever so slightly, you can see it's completely, completely blemish free. There's no nicks, there's no indentations, which is exceedingly rare when it comes to a pearl of this size. Now it is average. I can't say exactly because it depends on where the cultured pearls are actually grown. It does depend on the temperature of the water, but it is approximate that a pearl will grow 1 millimetre per year, and that's without the cultivating process. So on that basis, these could be up to 12 years old. You will be absolutely astounded by the price point. Text message, hello Dee, my lovely. These larger pearls make a great impact as earrings. I totally agree. So bought mine, thanks JM. Oh, bless you Dee. I'm glad you have, my lovely. We've got another one from Samantha and Cumbria. Could you make a ring with them?
Yeah, for definite. What I would do is make a rose. You know, we do the rose sort of style ring.
Yeah.
That I think Claire demoed not too long ago. When you actually wrap around the shank, then use one of those pieces of wire to come up to the centre of that rose.
Yeah.
Snip it off and then glue that onto that piece of wire.
That would be
got.
stunning.
Solitaire ring with that, beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
Beautiful.
It really would. Yeah. I mean, how easy would it be to, if you do your wire rings, then you could easily do this, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And you're looking for a quality pearl.
Yeah. I was going to say, on the ring, if anybody's got the rings DVD, we do a design on there where you could actually adapt that to incorporate one of those.
Look at the size of it as well.
It's perfect.
It's a perfect size, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, it really takes over.
They're really substantial, aren't they?
These to be on and gone and sell out today. 290 were available. It's one of the most inexpensive. $6.95. Jan, you just did a little again.
I know. That's 3 pairs. So you've got 6 there. So you can make 6 rings. And you're not going to sell one of those rings at $6.95, are you?
We're not going to sell one. I mean, it's cost you what, £1, 15 pence per genuine pearl. I'm going to set a challenge. Not now. Don't do it now because you need to be responding. 290 viewers, more than that, will be wanting to get involved on this right now. We are inundated. I knew we would. I knew that we would flood the phone lines and the web. Do check out if you are with me. I'm going to set a challenge. Come back to me, get in touch with me, either via email, you can contact our call centre, you can get in touch with me via Facebook or whatever social media. Where can you buy a synthetic pearl of 12mm size for £1.15, which is basically plastic?
Yeah. I don't know where you would be able to get one.
I don't either, Jan.
Why would you need
or why
to
would you want to, for that
because,
matter?
yeah, I mean, that price is amazing.
I mean, this is heirloom jewellery, absolute heirloom jewellery. 100 have gone, so we are already over a third of the stock being allocated. And by the way, a lot of people are choosing to actually multi-buy, and I don't blame you for that as well. These are some of the biggest sizes. Can I just quickly try and hold it as, look, you can see from there, as a pendant. There we go. Perfect size for a pendant, ring, earrings. Teresa in Suffolk, wow, what a deal. Got mine, thanks Jem, always love the show. Oh, thank you, Teresa. It's our privilege and pleasure. It's what we do, and we do best, I suppose, especially Kimbo. Ninja moves. She's at it again. Always at it.
You like saying that, do you? Oh, you are funny.
Jan, I think I'm just a little bit childish sometimes.
I think you have to be, don't you, sometimes?
Well, you know,
it's no good being serious all the time, isn't it?
Do you know, I think it was my dad who said to me, it's not the mouth it comes out of, it's the mind it goes into. See? So just because I'm saying that she's at it doesn't mean that I'm being rude. Anyway, moving on, swiftly on. Box number, oh, okay, now these are lower in stock, they're slightly smaller. I get it, not everybody is going to want to have the 12mm size. Not everybody is going to want to have those bigger size. I personally would love a big sizable pearl of that perfection. These, sorry, these are slightly more wearable. Do you know sometimes you start a sentence and then you just don't finish it?
Yeah.
And it sounds terrible. I just did that, didn't I?
Oh, do you want a tissue?
That was my mind. That was my mind. Anyway, thank you for being a lot more mature than I am and actually, look, checking out straight away. Thank you. This is going to work out at 14 pence per pearl. It is that smaller size, more every day maybe. Maybe you would use your 12mm for your special occasions. You are getting 5 pairs here. That's basically 10. You're getting 10 pearls. We're going to have to bring that price tag in because it is super, super, super busy. Sorry, I beg your pardon. 69 pence per pearl. 69 pence, I beg your pardon. My maths is dreadful. £1.39 per pair.
What can you say at that?
What can you say at that, Jan?
They're amazing. And the thing is, everything we said about the last lot of pearls goes for this as well. It's just you get a more delicate look to them.
Yeah, well you could, if you got the last pearls, 12mm, maybe you're thinking, well I prefer a smaller pair in the ear, then you could use those for the earrings and then use the bigger one for the pendant.
Yeah. And then that sort of balance, it's got a nice balance to it then, hasn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. £6.95 only. Susan, Julie, Yorkshire, Beverly, hello to you, George Frederick, Valerie, Mary, Kate, Tina, as good as gone. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, now it's time for more of your incredible creations in, of course, the Wall of Fame. Keep those entries coming in because you never know, you might be successful with a win or even a runner-up on Wednesday's draw. It's the Wall of Fame and it's up next. Fabulous, fabulous Wall of Fame. It's you. It's your fault, Jan. You bring it out in me. You know. You make it. You just. You make me go a little bit rebellious.
Me?
No, it's because of that time you did that demonstration.
Oh, here we go.
I don't think there's been an occasion, Jan, where you've been on air and I haven't spoken about it.
No. It's going to haunt me, that is.
No, it was brilliant. It was genius, don't you think, Kimbo? Have you just showed Ollie a picture of it? Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Kimbo.
The day that Jan demonstrated them, absolutely perfectly formed. Don't worry, I won't say it.
Oh, it's close. You're bad, you are. Naughty but nice.
It was. Anyway, it might appeal to some. It might appeal to some people.
Yeah.
Some people might want a pendant of that. Anyway, I totally digress. Look at this bloody this beautiful blue combination. Sorry, slip of the tongue. Beautiful blue combination. I love the fact you've got those contrasting shapes and sizes. Is that lapis?
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Really?
And it comes from lovely Kimberley in County Durham. Hello to you. Hi to all at JM team. This necklace is made with lapis lazuli, shell pearl and dyed quartz. Made for my mum and she loves it. All stones and findings are from JM. Good luck to all on the Wall of Fame entries, and that's Kimberley in County Durham. Lovely. 360 degrees, that combination of blues and the combination of shapes really works, don't they? Pearls and lapis lazuli.
Perfect.
Harmonious. Well done. You're number 474.
This is 473. Beautiful pair of earrings. And this is from Viv in Stockport. And Viv says, Happy New Year to everyone at JM and all the viewers. My entry for the Wall of Fame are earrings made from a strand of square cut moonstone. And I have added silver tubes to make these elegant earrings. All materials from JM. Good luck to everybody. And that's from Viv. Viv, they are beautiful and elegant, and I love the way that they're presented as well.
Love it, absolutely,
really
love it.
Pretty.
Suspended down. Now I've got number 472. This design, I think, is just going to be one of those pieces that you go to on a daily basis, isn't it? You know, when you're thinking you can wear it in any occasion or any different outfit, it's going to match so beautifully. And it comes from, let me see, Irene Topping. Hello to you, Irene, in Portadown, County Armagh. Rose gold chain with agate, she says. A little set made for my friend's granddaughter's birthday. Hope she likes it. Love to all at JM, and that's Irene Topping. It's lovely, Irene, and like I said, I truly think it's going to be a piece that she's going to go to on a regular basis. I certainly would. You're number 472.
This is 471, and this is a beautiful flower design from Jackie in Redcar. And Jackie says, happy 2016 JM. Here is my first entry of the year. Silver plated wire flower ring with mystic coated spinel and clear quartz seed beads. Jackie, that is beautiful. Look at that. Really,
love
really
it.
pretty.
Absolutely love it. I'm thinking that could be anything. A brooch, could be a ring, could be a hair comb, anything.
It's really, really pretty. Yeah, really versatile, isn't it?
Love it, yeah.
Love that.
My last, but by no means least, wow. 470 comes from Jackie Whittaker in Manchester. Hello to you, Jackie. Happy New Year to all at JM and my fellow waffers. This is my Wall of Fame entry for the start of the new year. It's a chainmail and pendant made with rose gold and silver jump rings, all from JewelleryMaker. I would like to thank everyone at JM and all the great designers. You have got me through a difficult time when I had my op, and I'm sure you will all be there again when I have to do it again, as it didn't work. Oh, my darling, thinking of you. I hope you get well, and yes, we are absolutely there for you. Good luck to all who sent their great Wall of Fame entries, and a great big hug and kisses to you all. Jackie in Whittaker in Manchester. Well, fabulous piece that you've made there, Jackie, and do get well soon, and thoughts are with you. There it is. I thought you were going to do another one then.
No.
I was hoping for another one then. We've got so much more to bring you this afternoon. We have got a few recaps to bring you right now, and also what's in the box.
Ooh.
What's in the box? We've got that coming up as well. Oh, I like a bit of mystery, a bit of intrigue.
Quiz game, couldn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what's in the box?
I like you did that then.
What's in the box? You have to do it like that as well. Yeah, exactly. Okay, earlier on this morning, who had a lie-in? Who had a lie-in? Did you have a lie-in? I didn't, most definitely not. I was awake at 3 o'clock this morning. Brutus. Now this is limited. Earlier on this morning we brought you, where is it? Very limited. It absolutely flew. I'm surprised it didn't sell out straight away, to be honest. It's very limited. We've got your clear quartz with that rosary link. This, just add a lobster claw to and you're good to go. And then 1 metre of your stunning sterling silver chain with all the high-end strands that I've been bringing you throughout the course of the morning. I do think you're going to be wanting to get hold of your sterling silver high-end findings to sort of adorn it with. Just in terms of luxury, this is it, isn't it? Sparkle, sparkle, luxury. And I personally would maybe separate that, make 2 bracelets out of the clear quartz.
You could do that. You could have 2 bracelets, or you could just put a clasp on it and have
a
necklace already made for you, couldn't you?
Absolutely. And you've got 1 metre long length of the sizable chain, which is 3 by 2 millimetre. There's quite an open link here. It's what we actually call it's a curb chain, so they nestle and lay flat across the surface of the décolletage or wherever it is you're actually wearing. But you can easily loop through. You can wire wrap onto. You could. I mean, your channel set pendants, Jan. This is the kind of chain that I would expect. I'd like to include with your high-end pieces.
Yeah. I mean, if you're channel setting and you're using sterling silver wire, then this is the sort of chain that you're going to be wanting to put on there, aren't they?
You are. Yeah. You're going to want something which is real luxury, and it's definitely that. So 16 inches here. That's what you're seeing on your screen. They're 6mm plain rounds, absolute crystal clear clarity, and then 1 metre of your sterling silver chain here. Bring that price tag in, £14.95. That's what £7.50 each. £7.50, and we worked out earlier you could get at least 3 pieces of jewellery out of this.
Yeah.
At least.
How much chain is there?
There's 1 metre.
So from 1 metre you can get 2 16-inch necklaces and a bracelet.
And a bracelet. So there's 3. Okay.
So potentially you've got 4 pieces of jewellery then.
4 or 5 if you do the,
or if you do the
2 bracelets.
Yeah.
And it could even go further, couldn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Could even go further. Very low in stock, however, so do grab it whilst you can. Your clear quartz is Brazilian. You can see that wonderful crystal clear clarity, which I know I mentioned earlier on, but it's a misconception that quartz is not rare. As a gemstone, oh, it really, really is, especially in this clarity. The more crystal clear it is, the more valuable it is, and the rarer it most definitely is. It's actually only sourced in a few locations around the world, maybe, possibly, less locations than some of the big five. So absolutely incredible. It is going to sell out. Do check out as soon as you possibly can. Incredible. We've got so much more to bring you, including what's in the box. I'm not going to tell you just yet. Do you know what's in the box, Jan?
I did have a sneaky peek.
Hey!
I know I shouldn't have, but I couldn't help it. You can't put a box like that on the desk with me around and not expect me to have a look.
Jan!
I couldn't, I'm sorry, I had to look. It's good.
Kim!
Very good.
Jan looked in the box.
I'm sorry, Kimbo. I've got to be truthful, but I couldn't resist it. Sorry.
Jan.
I won't tell you what was in it.
She's not going to tell you what's in it. Good, because I don't want to know. Do you know why? It's for the surprise. It's like Christmas Day. Did you used to rattle your presents under the tree?
Yes.
There we go. So I personally, yes, what's in the box? Well, it's coming up after this. We've got more as well. The lovely Jan is staying with me. Do check out everybody. And fabulous to have your company this morning. Happy New Year to each and every single one of you. But there's more to come, more new ins, more opportunities, more bundles. I haven't got a clue what's in the box, but I do love the box on its own, and I would buy that on its own. Well done to every single one of you in the Wall of Fame. Keep those entries coming in, and we'll be back after this.